recording this. Okay. Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Total War Warhammer 2. We are, of course, playing as Thorek Ironbrow. Almost forgot his name there for a second. And we are playing the Dwarven rework. We are the nation which is based in Lustria. So dwarves in Lustria facing off against Skaven, Lizardmen, and other nasties like that. Tomb Kings, Vampire Coast, Savage Orcs, Dark Elves. All nations that the dwarves wouldn't regularly get to have a fight against. And we are caught in a rather massive engagement here. We are hugely outnumbered by all of the Skaven. This is an attack that we had engaged. We are besieging their city. They counterattacked because I really didn't want to attack their walls. And thankfully they've kind of fallen for my trap. So, what are the dangerous creatures here? It's going to be the two Night Runners. Now, unfortunately, the only ranged unit we have are the Thunderers, so the Thunderers are going to have to do some work here. Plus, of course, the Grudge Thrower. Okay, let's do this. I love being live for the recorded intros, makes me feel special. Yeah, it's always a little bit weird. Like, I kind of say hello to everyone when I start the stream, and I usually have my moments of fussing over everything, making sure everything is working, and then I do the proper intro saying, okay, this is when we start. Yeah, it's just one of the systems I have. It's not a very good system, but it works for me. And that's the important thing. Alright, let's put the Grudge Throwers up here, and put the Thunderers right in front of them. Giving them enough space so that they can actually turn. And then we're going to turn the miners back here. And then we need to deploy everyone else. So let's put Espadkins in front of the Thunderers. And the Dwarf Warriors are basically just going to have to be these long lines of troops. So we'll put you there for now. Put you there, and we'll basically spread everyone else out.
Dwarf warriors, we demand blood.
Was it 3 or 4? 4. Make sure that we have some staying power.
Vengeance, dwarf warriors.
Alright.
Let the vengeance begin! Dwarf warriors! We demand blood!
These guys are completely in the wrong order. Hang on, let's do this again. Let's just click there. There we go, we got it resolved. And that actually looks pretty decent to me. They have reinforcements coming in from behind us. Ah. Is that going to be the bigger army or the smaller one? I'm not sure. What unit scale is this? I think it's maximum. Shoot.
The clans unite!
Let's go with 4 of you. Assigned to that. With the miners just behind. And then you lot come in over here. Until we know exactly what we're up against. Yeah, see, I have a really bad feeling that this is actually going to be the large army behind us. Which is extremely bad for us, because it's not going to give me time to use my artillery. No, it's not. It's the small army. The big army is ahead of us. Okay, good. In that case, blasting charges, we're going to move up here.
Aye. Honored. Yes. Dwarf warriors. Ready axes.
Those are the Night Runners. Those are the ones I really need to get killed. So this is actually a good thing. But they are there.
For the High King. Yes, Lord. Kill orcs. Thunderers!
Thunderers indeed. Thunderers indeed. And you guys are faffing about a bit, which is fine.
Miners!
Make sure you don't attack anything, which is critical.
Bless our aim! Righto!
Fortunately, we're taking a lot of damage from that group.
For the ancestors!
It massively matters who we shoot at. Just shoot them. Oh no, they're charging me. Shoot. I have a really bad feeling that we've lost this already because of this rear attack. I'm not able to do the line of defense like I would normally do with proper scales, lines of defense, depth and defense.
So we attack!
Yeah, looking how much damage these guys are already taking. It's not looking good.
Grudge thrower! Miners! Kill them! We are wavering. War of vengeance! Thunderers! Plow through! Attack the orcs! Get the queen!
And here come the slingers, and unfortunately these guys don't have shields. This is actually a really, really bad army. Like, great weapon dwarves just loses all of the advantages that dwarf warriors usually have, which is just how tanky they are. I need these guys to run. I really need you to run, because we're going to get just completely overwhelmed. How are these Skaven sticking around so much? Alright, finally. Flipping hell. What are you doing? Alright, let's go!
Thunderers! And Miners! For the High King!
No, Thunderers!
Charge! Let the vengeance begin! Axes out, lads! Shall we attack? Move! Start shooting, lads! Move to attack! Miners! Pursuit! Axes out, lads! Scoff! We run! Dwarf warriors! Hunt those dwarven legs!
Alright, seriously, how are you not shooting anything? There you go.
Real guard it! Grudge thrower! It is a reckoning! Dwarf warriors! Bring them!
What the actual hell, Thunderers? Why? What's... Oh, okay, you're on the ledge. Alright, fair enough, I get it. It's your positioning, that's not great.
Dowie, attack! Let the vengeance begin! Will do. Dwarf warriors! Move range far! Range far!
Range far, range far!
The clans unite! Kazook! Miners! Attack the orcs!
Oh, shoot. They're shooting us. Come on, guys! We've killed 2,000 and lost 400.
Demand blood.
There's another 2,000 to go. Alright, Thunderers, we're gonna need to use you to take them out. Slingers are causing too many problems right now.
Kill them! On! Grudge thrower! Ready to strike!
Okay, getting these blaster dwarves I think was actually pretty good investment. Just great axes. What difficulty is this? Just normal.
We demand blood! War of vengeance! Thunderers! Slay the Oathbreakers! Missiles ready! It is a reckoning! Cover them! Satisfy the grudge! Kazuk! The clans unite!
Goodness for just sheer dwarven tenacity. Too stubborn to die.
Most of the throng! Thunderers! Slay them! For the ancestor gods!
Just the unit blasters here.
Off we go! Shoot those wattocks! Let's start shooting! Aye! It is a reckoning! Slay the Oathbreakers!
There we go. That relieves a little bit of the pressure that was on those guys. Can you recharge, please?
Miners! Ordnance ready! Grudge thrower! Lord!
Badkins is having an absolute field day. The problem is I don't know if he'll hold out on his own.
Kill the Oath Splitters!
Yeah, unfortunately, that sheer dogged determination is running dry.
Fight on! Withdraw! Withdraw! Thunderers!
Unfortunately, we're the ones breaking now. There just aren't enough of us. No.
Victory will be ours! Withdraw! It is a reckoning! Do not shame your ancestors!
Oh, hey, Mastani, how are you doing? Hope things are well. Alright, at this point we basically just need to fast forward. And this is going to be down to how long Badkins can hold, basically. He's on his own. Over there. Oh no, he's still fighting, never mind. Yeah, his army has fled, so his leadership is dropping quickly. I mean, the thing is, he has such high armor that they just can't hit him. There's just so many of them. Bloody rats. Right, Thunder has escaped. Is this going to be down to Badkins? Seriously? I think this might well be down to just this guy. Too stubborn to give up. Because his leadership's recovered. Alright, see if we can kill their general. Come here, you wretch! No, seriously, keep going after him. Gotcha. Oh dear, this is the one guy that could actually hit him. This may have been a mistake. Yeah. Beaten by a Skaven. Damn. 646 losses, 2,000 kills. Like, I don't think we can say we did badly. It's just the fact that we were hit on two sides. If we were hit on just the one side, I reckon we could have held that. 500 kills on the catapult. Jeez. Okay, the Thunderers and the catapult survived. That's the important thing. And the general, of course. Seriously? Alright. I have no idea how many troops they have, and this is an ambush, so we're going to be super spread out. I mean, actually, how spread out can we be? There aren't exactly a lot of us. I always feel a bit bad about the fact that during these cinematic things, as soon as I gain control, I always... As soon as I gain control... This is a long time of... There we go. Hit pause! Because I know that part of the fact that you're being ambushed is everything's happening in real time and everything's bad, but also... We're a well-drilled army. I'd like to think that we would have some kind of plan in motion for if something like this happened. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
We are relentless! Get moving! War machine ready! Vengeance! Go! Move! Thunderers!
Alright, hold up.
Very well!
No!
Ready! Shield bearers, all!
Ah, you little... Ah!
Yes! Yes!
Catch them!
Move now! Victory will be ours! Strike out! Thunderers! Killers! Charge! How about them? Fight! It's a reckoning!
The fact that you've done this much damage is really bad. Because it's not going to give my gunners time to shoot their general. Because he's the only one... They're the only ones that can actually kill Conrich the Experimenter, I think. Considering how much damage Espadkins took fighting their general at the end of the last mission. Yeah, his army's dead. That is disappointing. That's very disappointing. And we still don't know for sure if there are Skaven up here. I don't think we actually made it to the city to siege it, to say, oh, there's Skaven here. Thankfully their general is not coming in to just finish this, because we've already racked up 106 kills. And then it ends. 101 losses, 16 remaining. Thunderer's got 1 kill. I mean, you were shooting their general, so it's not that surprising. On the other hand, it proves that dwarves are not immortal tanks and playing against them is possible too. Yeah, if you've got 2,000... No. 4,000 against 800, I think it was. And he was not immortal, so he's dead. Too bad. I mean, he was only like a level 2, so it's not the end of the world. Hesitant defender. Really? No, we never did. Oh no, it was here. Mortuary at Laxclaw. Yeah, we did. Determine that there are people there. Thoric is now going to have to come out, because that's a grudging. Alright, Oxil is a exotic animal producer, so you're going to produce those. You're going to get rid of... Are you? The barracks. We can put the barracks somewhere else. Because the barracks is only a level 3 building, there's absolutely no point having it in the main city. In fact, the barracks should probably go into the Sentinel of the Sentinel of Time, because it doesn't have any special stuff. And yeah, Oxil, Sabaton, Sentinel of Time is where we basically said, right, that's going to be our troop production. On the upside, now we have money to hire ogres.
Tried and tested.
I'll have to do that next turn. Mark the old ones.
Oh! Make it snappy, I've got work to do.
What? Oh, Gorok! Alright, I was not expecting that. And that... So, for those of you who are joining us and were not here yesterday, I do have the new DLC enabled at the moment. However, I am not allowed to show you any of the new DLC stuff. So if we come up against an army, including Lizardmen armies, that have any Lizardmen new units, I have to auto-resolve it. I cannot show them in battle. That's one of the terms of the embargo. So I can show you the Dwarf rework, I can show you the Ogres, I can show you Thorak, I cannot show you the Lizardmen changes, and I cannot show you the new Beastmen units. We can play a Beastmen campaign, we can see what's new with the Beastmen rework, but I cannot show you any of the new units that are part of the DLC.
Off we go!
Have a word with you. Come on. Mornfang Cavalry. I mean, here's the thing.
They're out but pests!
Thorak actually has quite a few Slayers. I'm not convinced we need the cavalry. But on the other hand, I'm going to go with the Head Eaters tribe. No, I'll go with the Death Belchers, because the Ogres are cheap. And I'd quite like to see what the Ogre pistols are like. Monstrous missile infantry.
Run, Riki!
So we have these guys available, and oof, they are expensive. Done. Alright, we got dwarves, we got big dwarves.
Go!
I'm going to stop right inside my own line, so that I can continue getting replenishment going. Oh, the Ukrund miners are now available. Nice. Right, so... Am I going to have problems with the other Lizardmen? No, because these guys we've got non-aggression pacts with is just Itza. That's being a pain. We actually had positive relations with them. I don't know why they did that.
Defender of truth.
Oh, there's Teclis. Okay.
Your words are nothing to me. If I must.
Fine, we'll trade with the elves. What's more important than hating elves? Making money. We could make peace with Liberos.
Smiles on. What do you want of the warrior queen?
I'll make some friends in this area. Sure. Secure my borders while I deal with Gore frickin' Rock. I mean, to be fair, if there was any faction in the game that I wanted to bring into a fight against Gore Rock, it would be the Dwarves, because they have crazy armor-piercing capabilities.
Master Rune Lord.
Alright, so, I think I'm going to upgrade Levy Missile Warriors, because I'm going to need missile troops to deal with the Thesauruses, and just the sheer armor output they have. And actually, against Lizardmen, Great Axe Dwarf Warriors are probably okay. Against Skaven, they're freaking garbage. Against Lizardmen, though, considering how tough a shell those things have, yeah, that could be good. Right. Level is coverage. Can't be that high.
Why are you here? Stinking up my forge!
What? Non-aggression pact. Oh, I'm not making peace with the Raki.
Wretched Crotty!
The gods are angry! The omens are ill. Something you has done has angered the gods, yet they are fickle. They may appease you in time. And you know what? Having extra public order everywhere would be really helpful. So I am happy to bribe the gods.
Foolish thing!
Yeah, level 4.
No! How? Strange joke.
Why can't I select help? Select you, but I can't select that one. Alright. And you're immediately going to run away. Fine.
Never.
Oh, the mortuary is only a regular city.
If you want something done...
I'm still going to fight you like this. So, the Clash is going to be the army that comes in behind us. That's the Night Runners. But I'm hoping that if I just stick the Slayers back there, we can deal with them really quickly. Unlike the other army. Alright, let's show them how we do it. Imogen Chat, I'm excited to see the Dowie rework. Ooh, it's doozy. The rune magic in particular. Alright. Oh, they're not arriving as reinforcements, so we are going to be facing them off as just one giant wave. In that case, I feel like the strategy that we had last time, we would basically just fight them on the shores of this, makes sense. And we got the ogres who are big and they can just sweep up the side. Ooh, I like this strategy actually. Ogres! Me friend! Alright, see what these dudes look like. Oh, pretty sweet. And I would say that there is a pretty good chance that we're going to get ogres as the Ogre Kingdoms as the pre-order faction in Warhammer 3. I've seen other games do this before where they... I mean, Holy Fury is the classic example with the overhaul for the religions, which was then how religions were done in Crusader Kings 3. And I think that CA are basically doing that with this, basically a test run of the ogres ready for ogre units in Warhammer 3. It's not confirmed or anything, that's just my speculation. That is a big gun. It's like a blunderbuss. I do like the modelling for the man-eaters. And I like the only piece of armour that any of these guys are wearing is for the belly. Get in my belly! But don't pierce it, please. That kind of hurts.
When do we eat?
Okay, so we were going to go and guard this end using this as a bit of a choke point. So again, we're going to put the iron breakers right in here because that is just such a nice place for you to defend. And then Longbeards go right there. And then I think I'm going to put these guys at the back in case they attack me along that side.
Slayers!
And then otherwise it's just Dwarf Warriors along this.
Kill orcs! For the High King! Dwarf Warriors! The clans unite! Dwarf warriors!
You know what? No, I don't like that formation.
Our fire undimmed!
Well, no, because you're just going to get flanked if I do that.
They have wronged us! Now!
Except now you're going to get flanked. This doesn't help any of us.
Let the vengeance begin! Kill orcs! Dwarf warriors! For the ancestor gods! Vengeance! Dwarf warriors! Kazook!
There we go.
Dwarf warriors! For the Karasankar!
Yeah, there we go. That's what you call a front line. Alright, crossbows. Come in here. Catapults. Come in here. And man-eaters, I think I might even put here with the ogres down here. And then the boss man, crazy tanky that he is going to stand there. And I think I might put you. Oh, that all counts as shallows. Oh, Pete's sake.
Dwarf warriors!
Oh no, it doesn't.
Hey!
Just counts as shallows for you for some reason. In that case, you're going to be over here. Hang on, are you a large unit? You are. Okay, so you don't care about water. That's a lot of Skaven. 3,400 against the 1,200 of us. And where are the Night Runners? They are going to be up there somewhere. There they are.
Vengeance!
And this time we got the catapult with the explosive ammunition. I should probably make another of those banners, actually. Turns out it was actually pretty nice to have.
Scarf!
Not very good at shooting into water, though. Doesn't explode in water. So what's your range? 140. That's just less than the Quarrelers. In fact, I think your range is identical to the Thunderers. They are indeed trying to flank me, as I kind of assumed they would. Actually, don't spread out that much. Spread out to about there. And these guys were like, actually, never mind.
Tribe on the move! Crush 'em!
Do a fair bit of damage to my catapult. We didn't lose any.
Rampage, this way!
Oh yeah, runes, right. We should probably put a damage rune down on you lot.
By the Lear's will.
Wait for it. Cast. charge. Many angry dwarves going after that unit of Skaven. They have wronged us!
Thorek Ironbrow! Strike the runes!
Would you like to do more
Resist in the
damage?
slime!
Why yes, let's open
Many are
Haywood.
pistols! Warriors! We stay put! Pagoda! We stay put! It's happening! Reckon so! Runes of smiting upon them! Try for
Alright, I think that I want an explosion right there. And right there. Bye bye.
yes!
Whoops, he got charged.
Kill them! Romney's hammer! To the forge! The clans unite! Thorek Ironbrow! Quarrelers! Off we go! Move now! Runesmith! Runericky! Hearth and home! Oath and steel! By Thungni's hammer! Smell musk of fear!
Even slowed. Moving at 30. Oh man, he's still 35 even with the debuff.
The runes glow!
Damage buff?
That'll do!
Damage buff.
Yes! Cassie! Kill us! Quarrelers! Attack the axe! Find them, Mill! It's on! Sure thing!
Alright, I'm not that impressed by them shooting. They've not done a lot.
Aye! Should we run? Flee? Not and ruin!
Oh, he came
The
back.
runes.
Oh no, he's gone again.
Grumney. Sharpish! Yes!
Let me get over there.
Quarrelers! Cover them! Slayers! Loud through!
I think... See the problem with the ogres, they don't move forwards.
Many are pistols!
So a whole bunch of their models are just not in the fight.
Slayers! Attack! Attack the Urks! Runes of spellbreaking! The runes of cash! When do we eat? Slayers! Thorek Ironbrow! No more faffing! Quick about it! Kazuk!
Should have used all of our ammo. Like everything. We lost 50. Most of them probably ogres.
Bring us meat! Lay it into 'em!
I mean, actually, they did kill 100.
When supper! Me! Crush 'em to paste! Bring us meat!
How fast are you? 54. You are faster than most Skaven.
Hungry! Slayers! Many a pistol! Oh yeah!
Oh yeah.
Ogres! Biggest in the tribe! They're dead! Get him in your guts!
Oh yeah, you need to search for Warhammer Fantasy if you want Warhammer articles.
Win supper!
Otherwise you will just get 40k, most likely.
Get Rexford!
Anyway, it doesn't look like we're going to catch them, so we'll just continue on like this. 60 losses. 197 on the Grudge Thrower. Ironbreaker's only got 74. Slayers did good. Quarrelers did really good. The Ogres did okay. Considering what they were up against, fine, I'll allow it. And also this is 0 experience Ogres. They're only going to get better. I believe Skaven get a speed buff when they're low on leadership. Yes, they do. Part of the reason I wanted to fight them in the water, so it slows them the hell down, so I can shoot them better. But clearly I need to work a bit on the man-eaters. I was hoping that because they're ogres, they're big, they'd be shooting over the top, you know, dwarves, short. But they didn't seem to be doing much shooting at all. Oh, that was a kill. Oh, that was in the city. Okay.
Claim it for the throng!
Well, there we go. Grudge removed. An outrage in Grogny's sight. The filthy, devious ratmen have ambushed honourable Dowie warriors and slain many fine fellows. The most vile of grudges. Vengeance is demanded. Another Slayer Ward. Guildmaster. Nice, nice.
Thorek Ironbrow!
Thorek is level 11. When do you get these? 12. Nice. Ah, we get these. Wardbreaker, Missile is... Wow. I thought that was going to be an aura around him. Nope, it's all enemy armies in that area. Rune of Negation also sounds amazing. Like that 40% damage buff, sorry, damage resistance buff, cast that on Slayers and just watch them go to town. Heck, even with the Rune of Breaking as well. That Wardbreaker, oh, 10% less missile resist? Well, I don't actually have that many missile troops. I'm going to take the Rune of Negation because I rely actually more on my Slayers. Do I know if there's going to be a preview stream reveal around the Beastmen? So the Beastmen rework can already be shown off, and I would imagine that some other streamers and content creators are doing that already, particularly the YouTubers. In terms of when the DLC gets shown off, so that is Taurox and Oxyotl, they will be... I'm not sure how much I can actually share times and dates and things like that. Let me just take a look and I'll give you a vague idea, like this week, next week type thing. Well, it won't be this week. I can tell you that. Embargoes. So we are currently on the first embargo, which is the Dwarf rework, Beastmen rework, Ogres. Then the next one is the campaign one. So that will be next week, early next week. And I can show up to 12 hours or up to turn 75. And then end of next week is when the embargo drops. The only thing I can't then do is reviews. So, beginning of next week. And we should probably run a poll. Like, do you want to see Oxyotl and Taurox? Do you want to see a continuation of the Dwarves? We'll probably do a poll on Discord between sessions, because today I definitely want to do the dwarves. Like, as soon as I heard they were doing a dwarven rework, I was like, right, that's it, I'm in. Where do I sign? So the rework is already out of embargo. Yes, the Beastman rework is out of embargo. And what I have noticed is when it comes to like in-depth breakdowns, YouTube's the better place to do it. Like, there are a lot of really good Creative Assembly content partners on YouTube who are doing in-depth breakdowns. Okay, these are the things that have changed, this is how the gameplay works, this is what the... I can't say anything about the legendaries because they're DLC, but that type of thing. And then the streamers like myself say, okay, I want to do this campaign, we'll play through that campaign. So we're more let's play, YouTube is more, okay, this is the stuff that's changed. And I thought that everyone and their dog would be covering the Beastman rework, because that was the one that was public in. I'm still astonished. I was saying this yesterday during the D&D game. I am really surprised that Creative Assembly managed to carry off this dwarf rework and nobody knew. No one. Like, this was done in complete secrecy. It was really impressive.
Iron Will!
Alright, so... who are these guys again? Spittle. Is Spittle out of territory? Yes. So that's going to be the last of them, and then basically Thoric can turn around and go after Itza, and there's a Golden Idol. Golden Idol's really good for us because that produces extra Oath Gold. At what point can I make things? Oh, I know! Ha! I had my momentary blip yesterday. I was like, okay, I looked up the shrine, but I can't remember why I was looking up the shrine. I wasn't looking at the shrine. I wanted to know when I could get runesmiths, which is an armory. So that I could get a runesmith for the second army, which now doesn't matter so much. So Master Engineers come from the Tinkerer's Den. Runesmiths come from the Armory, so I think we're going to need to try and focus down the Armory pretty quickly. And then the Thanes come from the Mustering Hall. Okay. Oxyl's built its thing. I'm going to go full growth. And then Sabaton is going to build a dwarf outpost. Oxyotl is going to grow really fast because there's just going to be a huge amount of growth production there, which I am A-okay with.
Hammer and anvil!
Are there any weapons and armor I can make now that I have access to gems? The Prospector's Pickaxe, Sundering Attacks and Armor Pierce. And if I get access to Salt and Marble, I can get Elfbane. What about here? Ironbeard's Armor. Iron. Don't I have iron? 15% ward save against Skaven. That would have been nice. Gatekeeper's Helm. Armor and Magic Missile Resist. Star Metal Plate is a nice one. If we had wine. Talismans. We can get the Troll Slayer Amulet, which allows you to cause fear. And we're most of the way towards Gatekeeper's Ratcatcher and Iron Warden's Wardstone. +5 Untainted. Oh, nice. Enchanted items. Getting some Slayer's Belts out would probably be a good idea for the extra physical resistance. Prospector Spyglass is really good for engineers. Leadership Aura Size would be good. Whoa. Didn't we recruit someone that had that?
Rune Lord of Garruk Azul!
No. But I know one of the options that you can get when hiring Dwarf Lords is the extra leadership and aura. And the Old Guard's Keg would be flipping phenomenal for that. +10? aura leadership effect, plus the 4 you can get with that ability. And then there's also the plus, what, 5 for the red line? That's plus 19 leadership for everyone in the aura. And that aura can get really big with all of these stacking buffs. Basically, this army would never run. Ever. The entire army would just be unbreakable. And then we have some of these character runes. Oh, I see you can make these each only once. Oh. Okay, so the fact that we started with some runes basically means that we get more of them. Is that the same for the banner runes? It is. Oh, so if you lose these in battle, then they're just gone. I guess. Interesting. Here we go. Rune of Burning. That's what turns them explosive. And bonus versus large and homing projectiles is really good for cannons and for bolt throwers. And then we have a couple of items here which we could recharge, like the obsidian trinkets I probably won't use. I'll keep them around for now, but yeah, interesting. Have I reforged any of the broken artifacts yet? Yes, we've done one. So we've reforged Thugni's Tongs of the Runesmith, which gives melee attack for miners and Longbeard great weapons, sundering attacks for miners and Longbeard great weapons, and reduces the cooldown for all rune magic, which is really powerful. And we're halfway towards getting Raton's Collar of the Bestial Control, which will give us the option to recruit Carnosaurs. Dwarves riding dinosaurs. Goat cavalry. Who needs goat cavalry when you got T-Rex cavalry? Ha ha!
Avenge the ancestors!
They died.
Recount the glory!
Ooh, gem cutter. And a sapper. Trickster shard, okay.
Well,
Oh, you didn't actually die?
tried and tested.
Aha, level 12. Cooldown for Master of Wrath and Ruin, which is the damage dealer. Cause fear. And then that's going to allow us to get access to all of these. And that gives you passive Master Rune of Spite and Grugni, which is the AoE damage and the AoE missile resist. And that leads to the runic production lines, which gives the entire army frenzy. What's the upgrade? Oh, it just reduced the cooldown. Duh. I think I might get the Rune of Negation, though. As much as the level 12 stuff is nice. Or we go for the Veteran Anvil Guard. Nah, you're a runesmith. Let's rune you up. So, Mortuary. How is your garrison? Not amazing. But this army is never going to recover. And I would quite like to go on the offensive against Idsa.
Dumgrom!
I suspect this is probably Ikit. Thorek seems quite strong. Thorek is incredibly strong. I mean, those who knew had to sign NDAs, yeah, but that doesn't stop things slipping out every now and then. And even like CA just not announcing anything to do with it, just the Beastman rework. Like they just did such a good job keeping that under wraps. Mustering Horde doesn't increase the limit. Increase the limit for what?
Hammer and anvil.
For Thanes? Oh. It just unlocks their recruitment. Interesting. Hall of Oaths increases their capacity. And gives the Hammerers and the Ironbreakers as a garrison. So it's actually kind of hard to get Thane capacity because there's no massive reason to build these unless you specifically want Thanes. And that takes up an entire building slot and is not a cheap building. Good garrison though. Minor builded skulls. Oh, we didn't actually take the iron production here. Ah. Well, I think right now that's okay, because we need the public order, we need the growth, because there's no growth in the Thrice Cursed Peak. Although we could get rid of the clan barracks. And then build something more useful there, like another growth building. Because I'd really like this place to grow, because gold mine.
Arcane wisdom.
I think what I'm going to do with you
Gringarak.
is start marching you towards Itza. Although, you're currently at half strength. So even though during the battle we had all 4 catapults, apparently we did lose them.
Drengham.
So you may as well kill this.
Cladbracach will be tested.
Spittle's dead. Confident attacker.
Back to the forges. We push onward.
And get back into the recovery. Okay, Imaginary Exponent. Can now get the Rune of Negation himself. Which is what I'm going to do. Alright. See you, Mastani. I was expecting this. The moment I saw the dwarf rework, I thought of you. Yep. The enemy has wronged us, but righting this grudge will cost us deeply, perhaps too deeply. Maybe just this once. We should ignore the slight and focus on the grander objective. A wrong put right, or a wrong put right? Right the wrong, or honour is all. Honour is all. Levy missile troops. Dwarfs with a penchant for picking the Urks off from afar will form Thunder or Quarreler units. And we're now going to go for the ammunition wagons, because we have run out of ammo several times now.
Brumney's will.
And I think we're going to hang out here for another turn. We could recruit one last warrior, just so that we have a full stack of 20. Alright, Sentinel of Time can upgrade, go for it. You can build growth building. You can upgrade so we can actually build the... Yeah, right. Build Bearded Skulls is where we want the iron mine. Yep. Is that a Beastman army raiding me? Nope. I am not currently being raided, otherwise I would have had a notification of it. There was a Lizardman army passing through. But we have non-aggression pacts and military access with like everyone down here. Alright,
Lord of
it's a time.
Caracazul.
And at this point I'm going to save, because this is where things get a little bit iffy. Because I may not necessarily be able to fight every battle against
I'm
the
listening.
lizard men because of the embargo rules.
Tried and tested.
Very good. Well, it's his own fault for declaring war on us. Clan Festa was destroyed. The Skaven are dropping like flies at the moment. And I, for one, cannot say I'm sorry.
By Grundy.
What missions do I have again? Man the ramparts, build a dwarf keep, and search any ruined settlement for treasure. I mean, most of the ruins are up there. There are a couple of them down here. For reasons.
Oaths repaid.
And I could press the attack here, but I think I actually do want to be building siege towers. Because Itza has got Temple Guard. First man the ramparts, then ram the man parts of our enemies. Because that's the dwarven way. Okay, so we get 2 of these every construction. That's 2, 4, 6, 8. We need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I mean, ideally we could do a 12, but that's going to be 7 turns. We'll do this. This is fine.
Forged in battle.
Because we're still a catapult down. And I'm a little hesitant to over... invest ourselves. You can upgrade the gem mine, please do. So our income at the moment is actually pretty decent. Sabaton not showing up. That was weird. So if I wanted to recruit a lord, there are now 3 choices. Campaign movement would be nice, but... Ooh, a tough rune lord. And our rune lords are ridiculously good. So I think I probably would get a rune
will
lord.
be inscribed in Clinker Rune. Binding. Enduring.
Cult of Sotek wants trade. Absolutely. Let's everybody get richer. Blessed Dread are dead as well. Loads of factions are dying.
So it's war. Good. For the ancestors.
And off in the distance, Thorax just yelling about war. Carry on the siege. One thing we may well want to try to invest in at some point would be with Wallmaster. Although they're going to still have supplies for another 7 turns. That would have been down to about 3 turns. Still need to wait on it though. Alright, meanwhile. Why is Sabaton just not reporting that it's got constructions? And Sentinel of Time can now build a sparring chamber. Next turn, Sentinel of Time can build the sparring chamber. One of the Beastmen High tribes is gone. Man the ramparts, we have built our dwarf keep. Ensure one of the following buildings have been constructed, the armory. It is vital that your apprentice runesmiths can continue to hone their craft, even so far from Caracazul. You must build a grand armory worthy of such an ancient art. Dwarfen wagon trains transport caseloads of shot, buckets of crossbow bolts and casks of black powder for the coming fight. Volley fire. Reload time reduction for quarrelers. Sounds good.
For vengeance! For Caracazor!
And Gorok has arrived. Gorok is exhausted though. Oh shoot. Unfortunately I'd have to auto-resolve that because one of the new units is in that army.
Axes and hammers!
I don't know about this. Because pressing the attack now would be a really bad idea. This is where having a second army would be good, because then you could use the main army to lock down the siege.
Make them pay!
And then the second army to attack Gorok. But I think I've got to go and... Well, if I attack Gorok, then the rest of the siege army is going to be there too.
So it's war! Good! Drum!
Oops.
Attack!
I'm not trying to attack Itza. Yeah, I think I've basically got to let Gorok attack me, and then it's going to be 2 full stacks against me.
For the ancestors!
And unfortunately with those odds we're going to lose troops. Probably whole regiments. How far away from building another army am I? Ways. I'm trying to invest in getting my economy up and running because I feel like we were behind for a while. Again, it's not giving me the notification that you got stuff to build. Mine of the Bearded Skull. You are going to do... Oh, I can build the Lost Underway Junction. You know what? We're going to have to cancel you. And then the food production is going to have to come from that. And then this is going to be Iron Mine. Then once that's destroyed, we'll build the Lost Junction.
Fight for your old!
I'm not convinced that we can win this fight.
Kazuk!
We might be stubborn, but we're not stupid.
For liars' orbs! All ways are best.
So we need 25 movement.
Quick about it!
To set up an ambush. Unfortunately, we're still so close to the city that the city will probably
If you
join
want
in.
something done right, vengeance awaits.
Except I don't know if you can reinforce into an ambush. I don't think you can.
I respect the ancient knowledge and wisdom of your masters. Speak.
Peace? Peace. No blood has been spilled yet. The problem is, if I leave Itza alive, they're just going to get stronger and stronger, and we don't really have many other places left to expand into. So while I don't necessarily want to take this fight, take it.
By the ancestors, you've got some gall coming here.
War? Non-aggression pact. I don't even know where you are, Ikit. Oh, he saw the ambush as well. Yeah, that was just a recipe for things going very, very poorly, very, very quickly. Again, it's not showing me when I can construct things. Right, so Caverns of the Great Bat. Just upgraded, so this is another free slot in which we could build anything. Trade depot? Trinket maker? This is the place with the gem mine, so I'm thinking... Trading depot to make 5% more money, or 400 extra gold from the Toolmaker's Workshop. I suspect the Toolmaker's Workshop's worth more. Let's also get the granary. Actually, before we do that, 5,000. Still not quite enough for the Lost Underway Junction. So I think I'm just going to hold off this turn and then build the Lost Underway Junction. Ikit's surely in the ruined settlement on the east coast. Yeah, possibly. Or else on the west coast down here. Ooh, imaginary leveled up again. Okie dokie. Let's get the level 3 of the hardening armor. That sounds good to me.
Rune Lord of Garagazol. Dwarves never tire.
Anyway, may as well march down there. Okay, so... Lost Underway Junction. Lost to the earthquakes during the time of woes. Restoration of the Underway in a distant land shall hasten the Dawi's resurgence. Growth, casualty replenishment, untainted. Global recruitment duration -1 for all units in local and adjacent regions. And that is going to be adjacent to those guys, so that is going to be a really good place to be building units. Plus it provides us with some iron breakers, which I am totally okay with. Then Cavern of the Old Ancient Bat was going to... tinker. And there we go, most of the money has been spent. And at this point, we're earning such that we can probably start to think more seriously about a second army.
Tried and tested.
Although at the moment we don't need it. Something wants me to drink some tea. Oh hey Blondie, how are you doing? Haven't had time to play this Lord yet. Finished both Torax and Oxyotal's campaigns in Vortex before they announce. Ooh, naughty, naughty. I mean, it's not naughty, you work for them. Ikit surely in the ruined settlement. Starts on the east coast. Yeah, I couldn't remember where he starts in this. I know in Mortal Empire is exactly where he is, but I couldn't remember in Vortex.
Ready?
And yeah, this Lord is Redonkulous. He is a level 12 and he has 225 armor. He is rather tanky. Just a little bit tanky. Ever so slightly.
Hammer and anvil.
I don't know where the end of my realm ends and his begins. Well, do we know that they exist? Borders don't matter. There's the border. Okay, now I see it. And what about my friends? I could try to get a non-aggression treaty. Okay, that helps. Of course, one of the other ways of completing my objectives is getting alliances. We are a surprisingly diplomatic dwarf.
Bring me in. What do you want of the warrior queen?
Does a defensive alliance count, or does it have to be a military alliance? To retrieve artifact parts, their locations must be occupied or controlled via military alliances. So yeah, it has to be a full alliance. Which right now, the Cult of Sotak and the Southern Sentinels... Right, well that might be more difficult than I was expecting.
Libaras shall rise and Asaf deigns that I parley with you. No. Agree.
Okay, so we're now in a defensive alliance with the Tomb Kings. I will admit, when I started this campaign, I thought that a lot of my fighting would be against the Tomb Kings. So that's an interesting
Wisdom
turn.
awaits. Very well. Speak, if you must.
Nothing from Teclis. You know what? I have a feeling that of all of the elves, Thorek would actually get on with Teclis. Teclis is all about like scholarly research. He's a craftsman. He's a craftsman of magic. Thorek himself is a craftsman. Hey, Black Wolf. Anyway, yes, something wanted me to drink some tea before I got distracted. The tea has been drunk.
All ways are best.
No, it was empty.
Wealth of the Dowie.
Oh gosh, I hate these ones. Throughout the Old World, the Old Ones left vast troves of power to use for their most trusted servants. To prevent such a power falling into the wrong hands, they placed wards in cryptographic locks, yada yada yada. Thorek and Teclis are both really nerdy. Yeah, exactly. I'm sure that Thorek and Teclis would get into many scholarly debates. What employee benefits do wizards get? A staff discount. That's a good one, Sindrin. See, most of the puzzles I quite like. It's literally just this one I don't like. Because I don't really get it. Because it looks like these two yellow ones want to be down here. It's the only double yellow that there is. But that can't work because the reds are up here. So, to access the treasure, solve the puzzle. The Old Ones believe that alignment is all. So I'm guessing it's all the ones that are blue? Or yellow or red? I mean, yellow is three things, which is that and that. But doesn't have a triangle. Blue has that. It has the setting sun, so it's not that one. Then red has the mouth, which none of these have. It's the last one. Don't just say which one. Why is it the last one? Like, in the future, I'd like to be able to actually solve this myself. But I just don't get it. This is the only one I Google. Yeah, I seem to remember doing that in the past myself. Or rather getting chat to do it. Match the lines. The thing is, they don't match. Because these two red lines come before the yellows. Two yellows here, two reds here. Yellows are here, reds are here. If you move the yellows around to match these two, then the reds will be over here somewhere. Spinning the outer circle to match what? And it doesn't look like the outer circle spins. It looks like it's cemented in. The spinning ones are these two. And again here, blue, red, blue, blue, red, yellow? Where's the yellow? Like they just don't match. Not all the lines actually match up, only one group does. Oh. Possibly red, possibly blue, possibly yellow. In which case, if we go with... Okay, I have another way of doing this. Which ones are 2 apart? Because red's 2 apart, blue's 4 apart. We'll just go with the 2 aparts. So, angry red face, no. Junction, yes. But it has the thing, yeah. Okay, yeah, it is that one. I see why. So if you move red round 1 tick, then it'll have 1 red thing there, 1 red thing there, and 1 red thing. Okay, neither of those match this. It's not red. Yellow. If you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still doesn't match. Blue is 1, 2, 3, 4 apart. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I hate this puzzle. It's horrible. Inner circle rotated so that the face is up. Okay. So that yellow faces that way. So it's got to be yellow. Which is then triangle, but there's no triangles down here. If you imagine the middle circle rotate 1 block counterclockwise, the yellow lines match up with the second to last answer. See, someone in chat earlier was saying it's the last one. But there's no triangle. Where's the triangle? Only the line to one of the colours can be matched between the centre disc and the outer. Proper way to solve is to rotate the centre until the face is horizontal, then rotate the outer disc until the lines are the right match. Yeah, but without this actually moving, it's basically impossible to do. Like, you can't visualise that. And yeah, Syndrian, just Google it. I'm tired of this. This is not a fun puzzle. Like, you know how stubborn I get with puzzles in, like Solasta. But that's not a fun puzzle. No, 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 no. These blasted hovels just won't do. It's obvious now that this truly powerful rune to be forged, it must be made in the old way, with ancient and powerful reagents, and there is one clear way to get them. The time has come to hunt down the biggest, meanest creature in all of Lustria. Loyal and long-suffering, Thoric's shield-bearers would never let him take on such a titanic beast alone. Pressing ever deeper into the jungle, they march faithfully by Thoric's side. Puzzle succeeded. Talisman of Protection. Well, this is a pretty decent one. Okay, so what's next? Embed a Thane into the army of Thoric. Okay. Well, at least I'm starting to build the barracks here. And in fact, you can hit level 3, which will allow me to get to the Thane recruitment. Oh, and I may as well take the Hissing God. Duh. Dwarfs prefer accuracy to firing rates as they realise that their increased firepower does not necessarily cause higher casualties.
Ronriki!
And yeah,
if you
take
want
the Hissing
something
God.
done right, what's up?
And then after this you can go to the Sentinel. Okay, Interchangeable parts. Upkeep for artillery. Rangers. Missile strength for thunderers. Leadership and melee defense for lords and heroes. Missile strength for quarrelers. Let's go for the masterwork crossbows, because we're going to be using quarrelers a lot. We get big bonuses to them. Okie dokie. Central Spine of Sotak, you can upgrade the Tinkerer and also the Growing Thing. You can upgrade the Iron Mine to an Iron Smelter. And the Drinking Hall. And we are now producing iron, which is going to unlock a couple of new things. So we can get the bonus versus large. Ward save against Greenskin Skaven. We can get the Gatekeeper's Helm now, so that's armor at plus 18. And then magic and missile resist. Costs 200. Troll Slayer Gauntlets, bonus versus large melee attack. Armor 8 and Ironbeard's Bracers, which gives speed and fizz res for 33 seconds. If losing in battle. Iron Warden's Tankard requires dwarf beer. We need pottery. None of those are majorly sticking out right now. What about these? Could get the weapon strength or the armor. Hit points. Master Rune of Spite is just AoE damage around self. I mean, actually... I wonder if theoretically Thorek could have 2 Master Runes of Spite. Because you can get the Master Rune of Spite from his ability... And then also the Master Rune of Spite from this. So maybe? Ancestor Rune, hold on. Oh, okay, last 25 seconds. Cannot be used if you have more than 25% hit points. Entities cannot die while the ability is active and they become unbreakable. Speed and Vanguard. More expert charge defenses. Melee attack and more melee attack and leadership. That's true. Why is that icon red and this one yellow? And then the Rune of Immolation just increases the missile strength of artillery. Unfortunately, you can only have one banner on at a time, so we can't do the explosive damage plus the damage. The damage should probably go on like the flame cannon or something. Scheme of Doom has been completed. Alright, so clan barracks. Done. So we can now actually get quarrelers in the Sentinel of Time. And gonna be honest, I wouldn't mind that.
Bring honor to the old.
So I'm going to disband you, and we're going to hire another unit of quarrelers. We're going to keep the shields on the quarrelers for the missile resist. Lawmaster of Sotek said you can get multiple runes, the same rune from grudges. Interesting.
Tried and tested.
Alright, so you're going to be back in the Sentinel of Time, where because we have so many more growth buildings here, casualty replenishment significantly better. Alright, so once we're healed up, what are we going to do? Go after these two, I guess. Oh, this is where Ikid is. I remember. This is where we got to with Marcus. And then we could push north and try to take out the Harkon. We can hack on Harkon. There you go. Although I would quite like to wait until we get the mustering hall, so that's going to be in 4 turns from now. Masterwork crossbows. Pure steel crossbows are precision crafted instruments, able to accurately deliver death from afar. Warriors of Dragonfire Pass. All are made or unmade in the crucible of Dragonfire Pass, so it is up to these resolute, peerless dwarf warriors. Recruit rank for Quarrelers. Well, that would have been nice a couple of seconds ago. Melee attack and defense for dwarf warriors. We'll go ahead and grab that. And then we probably need to do some more of the economic ones.
Ready?
Thorax leveled up just natively. I'm going to do another point into Rune of Slowness. Let's get the Rune of Hearth and Home. Makes everyone around him immune psychology, so no more fear and terror effects. And then like all of his units, 99, 79, 90, 79, 79, 79, 99. Why are they all one man short? What happened here?
We push onward.
Oh, I'm waiting for the Thane, aren't I? Well, the Thane can join us later. And we could build a ranger barracks here so we could get rangers in the future. Although, we get bonuses to quarrelers but not to rangers. So actually going for rangers is kind of pointless. So this should either be the trading depot or a tinkerer's workshop or the drinking hall. If we got the drinking hall here, then we wouldn't need to worry about public order from the main province. I think that's probably the way to go. And get the extra growth too. Armory for the mission. The problem with the armories is they're kind of pricey. So I think I'd rather get the drinking hall. And then have Oxil leveling up as quickly as possible. I mean, we're getting a massive amount of growth here. Because we got 3 sets of bakeries, we've got the pasture, and we've got the exotic animals. Although, exotic animals is just money.
Master Rune Lord.
And you... are going to head to the Hissing God. So that we can then sail. Grab a couple of these artifacts on the way, I guess. Isn't Thoric immune to jungle attrition? No. Thoric... jungle provinces are suitable climate for him, but he's not immune to it. A stranger comes. A cloaked stranger from the mist-shrouded island of Albion approaches with a request. I refuse!
Rune Lord of Karakazol.
Oh yeah, we get the awesome boat ironclads. Look how many guns they've packed on this thing. This is why I really wish that there was actual naval combat in this game. Because I do think it would be kind of interesting. You are going to have pretty much persistent public order issues. So what I'm going to have to do is just do that, and then the next thing is going to have to be a pub. Same with you. actually getting to the stage where we're building up a surplus of cash. Public order issues. Build a pub. Foolish vainglory. We'll see who is the fool.
I'm listening.
Oh man, you are slow.
Navigating.
It's because of the reefs. It's either because of the reefs or because he put too many guns on the boat. And wow, public order here became almost a serious problem. Quick, upgrade the drinking hall. Less talking, more drinking. Each dwarf practices a trade, but as war is common, each clan readily forms into one or more regiments. Melee attack and melee defense. There we go, now we can move. While your crew search the wreck, the deck heaves and water bursts through a rotting hole. What is left of the ship begins to sink, taking its cargo with it. We're going to take the captain's chest. Wax-sealed rations. Oh, less attrition from high seas, maelstroms and storms for 10 turns. Oh, it's a good thing I'm at sea then, isn't it?
Ironclad hull.
Oh, he's actually got voice lines for when he's at sea. Nice. Renowned Deadeyes, no. Quarter Clan, no. Oathstone. Hero recruit rank for Thanes. Except that we're going to get this way after we actually get Thanes. So I will hold off. I might actually take the diplomatic relations with the men, high elves and lizards. Dwarven diplomats. Which we can then get dwarven emissaries. Because again, one of our victory conditions is basically form a chain of alliances. We are the Diplo Dwarf. So once we have those researched, we'll do another round of diplomacy and see what we can do. Oxil can get to level 3. Please do. Southern Spine of Sotek can get level 3 gold mine. Please do. And then the Cursed Peak, I think, is probably going to get a trinket maker. Yeah, probably. Why is his name way back there?
If you want something done right.
There's no such thing as too many guns. There is such a thing as too little boat, though. True.
Full steam.
Mist clings to the ground and stubbornly refuses to shift even as your followers stride forth. They approach a place of ancient power. It is so forbidding, but those who dare to tread here may well be rewarded. Also, the prophecy scrawled into the map states. Prescience. Ooh, more campaign movement. Don't mind if I do. It's now time for me to sail on to the Star Tower, I believe.
Seeking land.
An imaginary exponent leveled up. Level 15. 5 more levels and then you are immortal. Oh, you can do sharpened weapons as well? Increases missile and melee damage. Unfortunately, it doesn't actually say by how much. Oh, yes, it does. 5%. So 5, 8, 13% more damage for the entire army. Yes, please. Sharpen weapons. Okay, so those are new. And if I choose the right character. Hardened armor will increase the armor of the entire army by 13 if you get all 3 points, and the sharpened weapons increases all of their damage output by 13%. Does it stack? That I don't know. It's a hero action, so I don't know if the hero actions stack. And it's a passive hero action, so basically as long as he's embedded in an army, the army gets that bonus.
Get me back to land.
Okay. You can build the pub. Build the pub. You thrice cursed peak. We could get an armory here just so that we increase the hero capacity. Or this is the place where slayers can be recruited because of the goal, because of the iron. Warriors, longbeards, slayers, and miners. I mean, slayers, I probably wouldn't recruit. I would just get as part of the grumbling thing. So honestly, of any of those units, I'm most likely to here recruit Dwarf Warriors and Longbeards. So if I were to get the unit production, I can get Longbeards. Which I'm fairly sure I tore down in the past, but I'm okay with that. Headhunter. Mark of the Old Ones. Why do you have a barracks? You have no special resources here whatsoever. This place is just crying out to be a money-making location. So that is what it's going to be. Spine of Sotak. You are also 100% a money-making location. You're going to upgrade so that we can get the upgraded gem mine, which is iron breakers and hammerers. So in this location, we probably want to have access to hammerers and iron breakers, which are the Gromril Forge. So armory in Chibukwal, and probably the Hall of Oaths. Although this is also a moneymaker, so your public order is actually positive. Interesting. Oh, probably because of this. Nope, that's growth. Don't know.
Bloody newfangled ships.
Whoever did the voice for Thorak knocked it out of the park. He's brilliant. I mean, all of the dwarf voices are awesome. Definitely my favourite in the game. Forever quotable.
Iron will. Naval power.
Yep, I'm using that one. Naval power! There we go, Dwarven diplomats. Grumpy, straight-talking dwarves do not make the best diplomats, yet some are better at it than others. Well, let's get the best of them and get the emissaries as well. And now we can go for another round of diplomacy.
Defender of
Except it's going to take a little while for the diplomacy effects to actually tick up. It's, are we now good enough to start trading? Maybe. Done. Heck yeah. From mortal enemies to trading partners. This web of alliances down here is going to be really interesting when the Dark Elves inevitably get everything united and start pushing south.
All ways are best.
Skaven? Is it Ikit? Yes, it's Ikit.
Make them pay!
And I think I'm going to go ahead and press my advantage because Ikit's not here. And this is his capital.
Avenge
It's
the
really
ancestors!
poorly guarded.
String 'em!
So much so, I'm just going to auto-resolve this. Nothing dies.
More! Good!
Done.
Make it fit for the doughy!
Spell shield. And we'll get a little bit of recovery after
If you want
this.
something done right,
And yeah, we have just stolen... Oh, Star Tower is a elven place. Oh, that just makes this victory all the sweeter. Toolmaker's Workshop. I mean, actually... Income from ports... It's not just general income. Man, the Dwarf Shipyard produces a bucket load of money. Woof! Ooh, obsidian. Don't mind if I do. So yeah, I think that this is just going to be a money-making place. The only thing that I'm a little concerned about is public order. So let's do that, let's do that. There is a lot of Skaven corruption here. You are a level 3, which actually means from the very start, we can build a Slayer Shrine, and quite frankly, you're gonna need it.
tried and tested.
Alright then, Ikit. Come at me.
Can you see I'm busy? The runes wait for no one.
A rogue army has declared war on me. Alright. Now, is that a rogue army or a rogue navy? When surrounded by enemies and fair weather friends, the aid of a few skilled, trusted lords is invaluable.
By
Invaluable. Right, build me a pub, and then we can go.
Rune Lord of Karakazul.
I'm here first, it's Na 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 na. Skaven? Oh, that's a lot of Skaven. Stormvermin, that's a lot of storm vermin. Rattling guns, warp throwers, rat ogres, plate claw catapults. Let's start building some siege towers, because I can wait. Your army is trapped. Now, one thing I do want to double check is, do you not have any here? You basically have no equipment, so I probably should make some of this stuff. I think you have the ability to become terrifying anyway. You are using the Dragonbane gem, which actually is not that useful. Let's go with the ward save for you. Pigeon Plucker pendant for you. So you could really do... with a weapon. What about Thorak? Is there anything that Thorak doesn't have? Weapon. I just need weapons. Okay, let's see what's available. So we can make the Troll Slayer axe, which makes them better against large. We can make the Prospector's pickaxe, which adds sundering attacks, which does mean that they would do more damage to heavily armored foes. We are really close to getting Starbreaker, because we're about to get Obsidian. In that case, I'm going to wait, so that I'm saving the Oath Gold, because these do get expensive. Because this place produces Obsidian. I just need this to get to level 4, which is going to take a while. He's really up in the mountains. It's like, I'm a dwarf, this is where I fight best. Missing God can upgrade. Oxyotl. I think it's time to get an armory. Headhunter's Jungle. This was going to be money making, if I recall. So we'll go for the Tinker. And that's all the money gone. And we're making a fair amount of cash at this point, so we could definitely support a second army if we needed to. I'm really pleased, actually, with the sheer financial output we've been putting in. You don't like the fact that I'm allied to... Oh, you only like you only dislike the fact that I'm allied to Sotek. Itza and I are going to be besties. Southern Sentinels already are. They already are.
Asaf smiles on us. What do you want of the warrior? Yes.
Okay, so we now have a full alliance with you, which has got us another artifact piece. A fragment of a once
favoured keepsake will soon be returned to us.
A fragment of a once powerful Dawi artifact has been secured. When paired with its missing piece, the relic can at last be reforged. So what do we get? What do we get? What do we get? We got the pendant. So that allows us to get towards summoning the unique ancestor hero. Get the Flammenwerfer, Hans.
Brakak will be tested.
Right, Skaven not attacking me. They're going to be taking attrition soon. Okay, they're attacking me. So it's expecting a valiant defeat. This is definitely going to be a battle to remember. We've been taking damage? From what? Yeah, the storm vermin are going to be a concern. Hell's Fury! Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. And Tindrian wanted me to drink some tea. Mining Diamonds, Matthew Pollard. Thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. Dex Gaming X wanted me to drink some tea like 2 hours ago, which I'm fairly sure I didn't realise. Yeah, thanks, Helson. Didn't fill up after taking the last city. That makes sense. I was a little concerned that perhaps I'd been being attacked by their assassins or something and just didn't notice. Alright, it is time to turtle up. I mean, when is it not time to turtle up? Let's be honest here. They are going to have a lot of ranged units is the only problem, so no. We're not going to have you in the front line.
We demand blood. Down.
There you go. Let's put all of the angry guys in the wood. And what worked really well last time actually was having Imagineer Exponent with them, because he can just buff up the attacking troops when he needs to. Right, hopefully you're in a position where you can just shoot from there. And then I think I'm going to put these ogres back here in case they try any of their popping up madness and shenanigans.
The clans unite! Beat, beat, beat! For the Karazhan Corps! We stay put! Grudge thrower!
Okay. Rattling guns are dangerous. Storm vermin are dangerous. I would say especially the ones with the halberds, because they're armor piercing and anti-infantry. Warp fire. What's warp fire do again? It's magical attack. Causes burn. And yeah, warp fire throwers are heavily armored.
We demand blood. Force, ready axes.
You may fire when ready.
Quarterlets. All right.
Are they just immediately going to run? Pretty much.
Thoric iron brow.
You just nuke me. Shit.
Iron breakers.
Oh man, they took a lot of damage.
Will of iron. Vengeance. Dwarf warriors.
I mean, trust the Ironbreakers to be hit by a freaking nuke and still be standing afterwards. It's like, don't worry about this. I got this. It's fine.
Range fast. Nothing can stop us. Brumley's well. Go! Kazook! Now! Run, Ricky! Get to it! Retreat!
Alright. You're gonna need to... Oh no, you can stay where you are. It's fine. You just stay there. You move up. Quarrelers. Should have been shooting a while ago.
Good plan!
Man, you guys have been chewed apart as well.
Fighters! Range fast! Range fast! Kazook!
That and them.
Attack the Urks! Brothers are strong! Adu! Urks are up!
Oh no, you're not moving.
We are relentless!
Yeah, okay.
Oath and steel!
Where are the ogres? Because it looks like they're going to try and flank us over there. Man, there are still a lot of them to come in. Artillery! They have run. Good. You start shooting at them. You go up there. You go over there. Thankfully, these guys are all doing okay. When do you get to cast next? 25 seconds.
Slayers! Move now!
Because I would like to give them the resistance buffs. If at all possible. How fast are you? 49. How fast are we? 40. Except for you, who are 48. You're chasing after them.
Yes! Attack the Urks! It is a reckoning!
For fuck's sake, they keep raising the bloody clan rats on me. And just wrecking absolute havoc with my ranged units. Let's just move you over there.
Manny your pistols! Oh, let's go, boys! The runes are cast! It is a reckoning! By Valea's will! Manias! Find them, Mill! Hey, guts out, boys!
Alright, ogres. Let's throw you into the fray, I think. Artillery. Shoot those warp fires.
Thorek Ironbrow!
Alright, Thorek, where are you? You're back here. You can't do that. You could do the Rune of Negation. Oh, it's a single target. Okay. So it's not as good as the Rune of Oath and Steel, and I think I'm going to start just double tapping this, just so that everyone gets as much armor as possible. Let's drop it right there.
Mania pistol! Thorek Ironbrow! Slayers! It is a reckoning! To the forge! Quarrelers! Aye! Zoe, attack! Thorek Ironbrow!
Fortunately, all of these gunners have still got loads of ammo.
No!
How fast? 35. 35. You guys are 40, so you should theoretically be able to catch them. Except my poor Slayers are taking a lot of damage. They still have 2,000 to go. I mean, what I really need to do is get my Quarrelers into the fight up there. Where's Ikit gone? He's over there. Okay. Because I feel like this fight here is now resolved. So the battle against the Storm Vermin is done. These guys are all crappy regular rats. It's just these guys I need to deal with. Get up there and give them a hand. You drop another global attack buff. And then come running up here and help out with Ikit. Alright, Quarrelers are now free to move up. That's good.
Let the vengeance begin! Satisfy the grudge! Slayers!
We're definitely going to be losing a couple of units here. Slayers, most likely. Alright, where are you? What can you do for me? How fast are you? 54. How fast are they? 49. Get after the gutter runners.
Master of runecraft! Wrath and ruin!
Especially with the speed buff.
Slayers! Crunch their skulls! Shall we attack?
Explosion! Never gets old. Alright, main man Thorax in the fight now. Quarrelers have almost arrived and can start targeting these guys down, but actually the catapult's done a really good job of that. Take out the warpfire throwers. Catapult does the same. You lot are involved in that. Alright, I think the tide has turned. Mostly due to the arrival of the runesmiths. Like Thorax runesmiths, my gosh, they're good. You caught the running rats, that's good.
Slayers! Do we attack?
Recover.
Vengeance! Bring death on them! The clans unite!
Ranged, unfortunately. I could drop another Wrath and Ruin, though. And I think I will. Right there. 3, 2, 1. Explosion.
Casting the runes! Thoric Ironbrow! It is an order!
Alright, let's take Ikit down. Once Ikit's down, I reckon they'll start running. I mean, more than they are already.
For the Karasankor! Kill them! For Grimnir! Get moving! Thoric Ironbrow!
Another global buff. Don't mind if I do.
It is a reckoning! Pump those dwarfen legs! They have wronged us! Slayers! Iron breakers! Yes, Lord! Bring us meat!
The man-eaters did catch them, but they are struggling.
For the ancestor gods!
I think I need to do... buff on you, I think.
We demand blood! Sir! Come on! Ready to strike?
Man-eaters have run away over on that side.
Ogres!
Ogres are actually fighting till the last down here.
Warriors!
It's pretty good.
For the Karasankor!
Alright, the Quarrelers are starting to put their wages in.
Ironbrow!
You are going to cast the double tap Rune of Slowness on Ikit so he can't frickin' run!
Aye! No
Yeah, like
more
that.
fapping! Quarrelers!
Make sure we kill the Rattling guns.
Pull out!
Oh, they have artillery up there. Okay. Noted. Noted.
Bring us meat! Carve the meat! Quarrelers! Kazukan, Kazukin!
Oh god, the Quarrelers are getting obliterated. Split up a little, please. Yes!
Thoric Ironbrow!
You just... Oh, that was Ikit blowing up, wasn't it? Thoric doesn't care.
Our fire undimmed! Go! Put those dwarven lads!
Yeah, unfortunately they broke us down there, but there's 250 of us, 740 of them. And I would put my money on my team, because I think they are breaking.
Thoric Ironbrow!
Let's get a speed buff so we can move up a bit quicker.
Charge! Done wrong!
Because I need to take out their artillery.
Biggest in the tribe! Quarrelers! Rune of smiting upon them! For the ancestors! That'll do!
Rune of Negation on the Ogres while they take out the Gutter Runners. Because Gutter Runners are still kind of dangerous, as the Man-Eaters find out.
Flare bless our aim!
You guys keep rushing forwards. We do actually have some troops that survived back here. A couple of Dwarf Warriors.
Vengeance!
Yeah, the Iron Breakers are still around. Let's pull you off to go and deal with them.
Quick about it! Wall of vengeance! For the High King! Thoric Ironbrow! Age, wealth, and skill! Kazakan Kazakita!
Let's drop a big bomb on these guys.
Withdraw! The anvil's might! sword! Quarrelers! Axes out! When do we...
Whew. That came down to the 2 runesmiths again. Actually, the ogres. Ogre charge. When attacked, braced charge defenders this unit only loses half of its charge bonus. Okay, that's kind of that's a new ability. That's kind of cool. Ogres can charge even into like spearman units. Alright. I don't think we're going to catch anything else. Pyrrhic victory! But still a victory. 260 remaining. They still have 1,000 remaining. Ogres, 209, 130, 178. Catapult, 190. Slayers, 180. One of the Slayer units only got 11. One of the Dwarf Warriors only got 11. What was your favourite having a throng moment since that's over now? It's not over yet. I can still get Regiments of Renown. There's a reason I keep them in my back pocket. The Ogres outkilled the Catapults. Yeah, they did. Ogres actually had a really good battle there. I'm still a little undecided about the Man-Eaters. I actually kind of prefer the regular Ogres. I mean, admittedly, I did send the Man-Eaters after the... Oh man, all of the Slayers died. Whoops. I did send them after the Gutter Runners, which is never an easy task.
Your end is nigh! You seek the favor of Iron Peak. I'm listening.
Another war? Another war. Silverhorn of Vengeance! Charge bonus for all allies in range. Oh, you know who wants that? Because I do. Defeated Ikit Claw. Winds of Magic Power Reserve plus 10.
Good.
Faction Research plus 10. That's better. Ikit Claw may have been defeated utterly, but he'll surely be back again with a new, better, nastier, probably motorized plan. Watch out!
Avenge the ancestors!
Avenge the army that we just lost! Kind of. Rune of Breaking would have been very useful during that battle, so we're going to grab that. And you're going to take Ward Breaker for another enemy missile resist debuff. Hopefully it stacks.
No, need my warp token stash.
So, Regiments of Renown. We can get another unit of Slayers, we can get the Dwarf, and we can get the Blasters. And there we go, back up to fighting strength.
Fight for your old!
Thorax just a monster.
Labrakak will be tested!
Alright, so Chickabitol can get a bigger gem cutter, and I would like to do that. You can also get an armory, although that's going to cost you a fair bit of cash. So be it. Man-Eaters with pistols are probably better on a faction that don't have range supremacy like the Dowie. True. Yeah, with hindsight I should probably have gone for the first tribe of ogres, not the second one. The first one comes with dual weapons and great weapon ogres. Dual weapon ogres in particular I think would be scary against Skaven because they're anti-infantry.
No, Gracie, never run. Scores to settle.
But here, classic example of why I keep Regiments of Renown. Faction destroyed Liberos. Whoops. By Teclis. Yeah. Man-Eaters with pistols are amazing in Beastmen since they only have tier 1 ranged. Hard to keep up since you don't have passive income. A Great Migration. Welcome.
Make them pay!
Okay, so the Skaven did not attack me, so it kind of looks like this is just going to be turns until surrender situation.
For Karakazol!
It's expecting a Pyrrhic victory if I did launch my attack. I do have one singular siege tower, which could carry the Warriors of Dragonfire Pass and the Slayers. The Night Runners would be the most dangerous unit. Plus towers, plus the Plague Claws. I saw they made Flame Cannon tier 4 instead of 5. That should make them usable before the campaign ends. Oh, interesting. Alright, so which ones of these do I have? Physical resist, physical resist, physical resist. I wonder who had those. And then the Stroller's Rune. Vanguard and Speed. Now I'm actually seeing who's really fast would be the Ogres. Because you could legit do some hit and run with the Man-Eaters with the Stroller's Rune. And then Slayers definitely get one of the damage resist buffs. Then I think I'm going to give it to the Warriors and to the Blasters. Eventually I'll probably remove that and give it to the Ironbreakers, but right now the Ironbreakers are looking a little bit squished. Now, before I press this attack, does Ikit have any other cities? No. So they can't actually recruit anyone. How long until they start taking starvation damage?
Glad Brakak will be tested!
4. I'm just wondering how long until they get Ikit himself back again. Okay, Chickbotle was going to build the armory so that we can get the Ironbreakers and Hammerers here. With a gem mine makes them cheaper and better. You're just making me more money. You're making me better troops.
The plan scheme is discordant.
What are you doing? You might be trying to get Mark of the Old Ones because the garrison there is kind of small.
Disappointed.
Because taking out 2 units of Storm Vermin with just Dwarf Warriors would be a challenge. A powerful practice. Done. Dwarven emissaries. Dwarven emissaries use their forbearance of other races to play the game of diplomacy as well as any elf, lacing palms with oath gold as needed. So they're masters of bribery. Gotcha. Income from toolmakers, income from settlements. Say income from settlements. And then I can start thinking about having a second standing army. Right, where'd they go? We don't know. Yeah, this is another ticking time bomb that we do have to face. Although now I've built the Slayer Shrine, we should be able to deal with that a little bit better. 3 more turns until they're out of supply.
So it's more! Good!
Oh, right, yeah, the event is causing public order issues everywhere. Just checking that nowhere's, like, in danger. No, not really. Volcanic Islands is by far and away the worst, but it should recover pretty quickly, especially now that I'm upgrading the drinking hall. Which is also making me more beer, which is actually in turn making me more money from trade. Oh, and now that Khalida is dead.
Yes.
Hey, Teclis, how's it going? Yeah, so our relations are now recovering a bit more.
Hello, Hel Suluwarupa.
Thing, yeah.
Wisdom awaits. Make this quick. I have important
Okay. Onwards. Elves don't have oath gold to lace palms with. That's true. All the Slayers died? That's a feature, not a bug. Oh, they're raiding us. Okay. The thieving vermin grudge. Raid any region belonging to the following race. Skaven. The Greyherds come. Spirit of the Jungle declared one of the Vipers. We are irked, but we are very, very close to not being merely irked. Raid any region belonging to Skaven. Raid any region belonging to Skaven. We have to do that twice. And we've done these already.
So it's war! Good!
2 more turns until they run out. We now have 4 towers, which means I can bring up the Ironbreakers, the Slayers, the Warriors, and the Blasters. Quarrelers can offer fire support. They do have the Plague Claw Catapult. What am I going to do about that? That's the question. That's actually a really good idea, Caliph. Yes, I could absolutely do that.
Kazook!
Because the problem we're kind of facing is we're running out of Skaven. Like 4 different Skaven factions have died already. So what I need to do is head down to Oxyotl. Sabaton's over there, Sentinel Time's there. So Oxyotl is the closest. Or we could just hire a Lord. Hell, we could even hire one here. Doesn't matter what he's got. Vallejo, what's Vallejo? Ward save. Grimnir. None of them have the tough ability, unfortunately, anymore. We lost our opportunity with the really good Rune Lord. Though don't get me wrong, the ward save is good. No, I'm going to go with the Lord. I need someone who can just use an army really well, as opposed to just rune everything. Because I'm wondering how much of a crossover there really will be with having 2 Rune Lords. Because all the runes that I produce... Well, no, I mean, the crossover with Rune Lords would be basically using it the way that I'm using it in this army. It's Thanes that I want. Because Rune Lords are just better at doing the rune magic. So, we're going to go with you. Ward save. Double down on that, just make you tough.
Rune Lord! My anger burns bright.
And you can get Slayers. You may as well recruit 3 Slayers, and in fact we can use those Slayers to reinforce the other army. Which is actually an entirely reasonable thing to do. Alright, what are we going to give you? Income, income, upkeep, hold out. Terrifying Mask of... I'm going to actually steal the ward save from Thorak. Because you don't yet have the crazy armor class, although you can get it pretty quickly. Oh no, don't steal that one. Go the melee defense. We're just going to tank you out a bit. Because your main thing is just tanking like crazy and then buffing everyone around you up. And yeah, you'll also be able to ride an Anvil of Doom, though it won't be as good as Thorax one. Alright, the next most important thing that we need to do, of course, is name them. And you are going to be Swift Train. Swift Train Hogmog. I like it. Dwarves having ogre mercs is kind of weird. Is that lore friendly on Warhammer? Yes. Like, ogres will hire themselves out to anyone. The question is whether the dwarves would hire them. And honestly, because we are so far away from the dwarven homelands, I would say that it's pretty likely that Thorak would do that.
For vengeance! For Karakazul!
Are the ogres free for everyone? I couldn't find them on Total War Access, or do you need to pre-order the DLC? They're on Total War Access. I don't know what the exact process will be, whether there's like a pre-order process for that. But once the game is out, the DLC is out, it's part of the DLC.
Fight for your old!
I mean, it's part of the DLC release, it's not part of the DLC. Let me just clarify that. So the Beastman rework is free DLC, so that's part of the free update that accompanies the DLC. The Bray Shaman is a Total War Access, as are the Ogres. So when the Silence and the Fury comes out, you'll be able to go to Total War Access, connect your account to Steam, and then you'll get access to those two as well. The Dwarf rework is part of the free update, and then Thorek is just a free lord that you can get on Steam. Again, when Silence and the Fury comes out. So all of this stuff that I'm showing now is a preview. It's like 2 weeks ahead. So big thank you to Creative Assembly for letting me do that. Man, Itza coming in with a third army? Flexing much there, Gorok. Under More Sleep's glare. Let's improve those omens. Bribe the gods. And you need how much movement to raid? 50. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to move up to Thorak. You're going to give him your slayers.
Heading out.
And then next turn you can raid, and then the turn after that I get the bonus from the raiding, and then we can attack. Cool. Dwarf treasuries. Dwarf treasuries are often as deep as their vaults, which can be very deep.
For the ancestors!
Nothing for you. You are just hanging out. You're the one I was looking for. Raiding stance. Alright, Spine of Sotak. You can now upgrade to level 3, which is awesome. Southern Spine. You can upgrade those to level 3, which then means I can get Thanes at last. You can upgrade too. Public Order is still proving to be problematic. Why is it problematic for you? Events. It's just the events. Same with you. Whoa, that's a lot of corruption. Ah, but Ultra the Horned Rat needs to get to level 3. And then once we've done that, we can start removing some of the corruption. And if I remember correctly, one of your army abilities is corruption reduction. Yeah.
master of runecraft.
And you're doing your thing. Research! Right. So we can get the tool makers, which will increase the amount of money we make from tool production. Which I think is fine, because that then allows us to get the tool makers guild. Or we could move up to the heavy cornstones and get more growth. Cornstones would also be good. And there we go, 2 grudges completed. So much I need to learn on this. Really enjoy the game.
Our
if I suck at
bargain
it.
will be inscribed in Clinker-Rune. Binding. Enduring.
Man, my strength rank has dropped to 46th. Oh, absolutely defensive alliance. Heck yeah.
So it's war. Good.
Grudge done. Grudge done. That was worth even more money. Sweet. Alright, so we're back down to 36.
Vengeance for Caracazol.
And now I'm going to say fighty mode.
Attack.
They are suffering attrition. They have suffered that massive blob of attrition. It's now saying a decisive victory. We are going to do a save here. If I did this, we would lose the man-eaters, so we're just going to go ahead and fight this so I don't lose any units, hopefully. And then Thorak can recover his armies. Because he's got some recovery to do. And then I need to take a really close look between Slayers and the Giant Slayers, because the Giant Slayers have not been doing as well as I kind of expected they would. Okay, so my reinforcements are arriving from there. It is one of the stupid cities, because of course it is. All of the Skaven ones seem to be this model. So we are just going to deploy back here while I sort out my army. Of course, we have towers. Excuse me. Alright, if you are a tower, put yourselves over there. If you're a catapult, put yourselves over here. If you are not a very big unit, drop your tower. If you're a big unit and you don't have a tower, grab a tower.
Dwarf warriors. For the ancestor gods. Slayers!
Oops.
Let the vengeance begin! Miners! Let the vengeance begin! Slayers!
I'm just trying to get you a little bit closer. There we are. Right, then you and you go there. You can join them in the siege tower. You're infantry. And then you lot basically just chill over here and try not to take any damage. Similar with the Quarrelers. Although we may well move them up later.
We demand blood.
Okay, begin. I'm gonna need you lot to get to the wall. I'm gonna need you to knock that tower down. Lovely. Giant Slayers are really anti-large. I mean, both of them are, but yeah. Bonus anti-large 30, armor pierce 40.
They have wronged us.
Armor pierce 20, large 24. Base weapon damage 34.
For the High King!
16. That's the problem.
Slayers! The clans unite! It is a reckoning!
I think part of it is also I just need to get them some experience. Because the Giant Slayer's melee attack is higher than the regular Slayers. They're more likely to hit. Oh, shoot. I forgot about those. Let's send in the big ogres. Let's get the Quarrelers to back off. And let's send Thorak along here. Go.
Angry!
They're running already. Good stuff. I gotta say, seeing siege towers like this would be pretty freaking terrifying. Just like, where did the giant dwarves come from? What are they, ogres? Regular slayers are faster animations, they attack more often. Yeah. Giant slayers are all about the slow, heavy hits, which are really good against single entity models. Not so good against Skaven. Like, Giant Slayers would have been great against the... Came back again? Oh, it's a different one. Would be great against the Rat Ogres.
Thorek Ironbrow! Strike the runes! Miners! Max is out! Peleus curse on all wizards! Slayers! Get them! Vengeance!
Cut it out! Trying desperately not to lose these last... You know what? I'm just going to retreat these. These units are like no men left. Just retreat.
Iron breakers!
All guys have arrived. In fact, you may as well go over there.
Biggest in the tribe! Range firepower! Ready! Getting close! Aye! Bring us meat! Miners!
Ow.
Runes of smiting upon them! Dwarf warriors! What? Step to it! Off we go!
Thorax pathfinding, not the best.
Brooch thrower! Ogres! Dwarf warriors! Withdraw! War of vengeance! Slayers! Dwarf warriors! Run, flee, flee! Go! Casting the runes! None flee! We run! Wrath and ruin! Bring the ox! Miners! Retreat! We stay put! Fire and well! Shoot those wattocks!
Grenade him! There we go, there's a victory. Alright, did we lose anyone? Here's the question. I'm not sure. We should definitely have retreated some of these really low health guys. That ogre unit did well, blimey. I really hope I didn't lose them. Oh, yeah, I did. I lost the Longbeards, I lost the 2 warriors. Okay, so basically what you're telling me is I did way worse than the auto-resolve. Brilliant.
Claim it for the throng!
Potion of foolhardiness. Yeah, that's fair. Runic Keystone.
We are
Fragment.
one step closer to understanding Spetnir's formulas.
We got another one. This was the Runic Keystone. Oh wow, that's a lot of Oath Gold. Even more armor for Lords. Alright, so I think as much... Shoot, I was going to say as much fun as I'm having with the runes, I want to take Wallmaster just so I can reduce these sieges. But Strike the Runes is also really strong. No, we're going to take Wallmaster. Strike the Runes can come later. Imaginary Exponent. You can get the Rune of Breaking. And now I just need to recover some. Although there are actually a fair number of units here that I could hire. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the Regiment of Renown because we no longer need them.
Thoric Ironbrow.
And that'll allow them to go back onto the
Armed and ready.
recast timer, basically. Ironbreakers did survive, that's good. And honestly, the Longbeards with axes, their role can be just as well, in fact probably better done by the Slayers. The main advantage they had was their armoured. I mean, they're probably good against like Chaos Warriors because of their massive armour pierce. Maybe against Sauruses. But in the meantime, I'm going to get another Quarreler, and then I think I'm just going to get some more regular old Dwarf Warriors, to be honest. Okay, so you guys are going to recover nicely.
What do you want?
You can actually basically sail off. Oh, the storm's here now. Fine,
If
you
you say
walk.
so, Beardling.
I want you to get to Oxil, so you can actually go and recruit an army. And you know what? I think I might even tell you to do the same thing.
Aldrin Gott.
You can't move anywhere. Right. Of course you can't move anywhere, you just took the city. And here is going to definitely 100% get the Untainted and Public Order buff. Because it's going to need it. Lost Valley, meanwhile, can build pastures up, bakery up, and then it's got another slot for thing number 3. This is Oxil, this is my troop builder. And I don't really know what I want to get. Ranger Barracks would allow me to get the Rangers and Bugman Rangers. But again, Rangers not buffed. Yeah, Rangers are not buffed by my abilities. It's just the Quarrelers. Armory we're building in the main centre. We could build a Slayer Shrine here. We do have Untainted... No, we do have Skaven Corruption. Yeah, I think I'm going to build the Slayer Shrine here, because I don't need that to be level 4. I can get Giant Slayers in other places. And then that's going to allow Oxil to focus on the actual troop recruitment buildings. How am I liking the Ogres? They're pretty good. Like, I've only had the Man-Eater Pistols and the regular Ogres. The Man-Eater Pistols, they're alright. The regular Ogres have been excellent, though. Ikit's back already. That's been 5 turns. I thought the wound recovery was 10.
If you want something done right,
I refuse.
Just gonna double check that he's legit out of territory. So he is going to be losing strength. What's up, Itza? Still don't want anything. That's unfortunate. You don't want a regular alliance. Neither do you.
You require us. I am techless. High Lord.
Neither do you. So no further alliances for the time being. Alright. Now Itza's going to leave, having done the Bart. Can I show you the stats? Yes. Yes, I can do that. Oh, Itza's probably going to go and kill Ikit. I'm totally okay with you doing that. Let's right the wrong this time.
my anger burns bright.
This army does not move very fast. At all.
Ready?
This one is a bit quicker. And here's the thing. If I stick around, characters are reducing Untainted by 4. The building is doing the most. And public order is recovering very, very quickly, but that's because the military presence and the character is a plus 10. Actually, I can move away and we're still getting public order. Even with the events, it would be a plus 1. So yes, we can get your army.
Lord of Caracastle.
To head south. I'm just wondering if it's going to be quicker for you to sail. Because you would get to the Hissing God and then go across. You do have a reduction in... Well, no, you probably don't anymore. I was going to say you probably have a reduction in...
What's up?
Oh, you know what? If I leave, then you're just going to attack me.
Go!
Crossover, see what he does. I'm expecting it to go and kill him, though. Hopefully. And then that's going to allow the Star Tower to regain its garrison, which... Oh no, sorry, it's the Fuming Serpent that needs to regain the garrison. It's not a very big garrison. At all. Yeah, I probably do need to kill it before I actually go and recruit. Because it doesn't look like it's actually going after him.
Greetings. What do you require of Caracastle?
Wound recovery is 5 turns. If you get the -4 from one of the vampires, respawn the next turn. Yeah. You want me to join your war against the Awakened. This is not a new declaration, so pass.
Lord of the Borodin.
Slayer Pilgrimage. The Hold Slayers are summoned to Karakadrin to worship at the foot of Grimnir's statue and then onto the Great Pilgrimage to seek their death. To try and stop it risks forcing them to break their oath, so no dwarf would ever consider that. Recruitment cost plus 100% for Slayers for the next 3 turns. Well, it's a good thing that I got the Slayers that I need for the time being. And our income is super freaking healthy right now.
I'll get on it. Tried and tested.
I can reach Ikit.
Bring 'em.
And I have military access through Ikit, so I can do this. Not Ikit, Itza. If I auto-resolve, nobody dies. But before I do that, Rune of Sanctuary, Rune of Sanctuary, Rune of Stoicism. Oh yeah, you wanted to see the Man-Eater pistol abilities. And there you go. Oh, I could give it to the Lord. No, he has it already, I think. It's that black shield. Ah. I thought he had it. Maybe he doesn't. Okay, no he doesn't. In that case, yeah, that's actually a really good idea. Oh, I can't give it to characters. These are unit banners, not character banners. Anyway, speed 65, but that is being boosted by his banner. 44 attack, 39 defense, 119 weapon strength, 46 charge, 16 ammo, 140 range, 106 missile strength. Of which 84 is armor piercing. So the ogre pistols are basically just muskets. That's a lot of range. I mean, they're not really pistols, because it's a freaking ogre, and they're ogre-sized. They are more like muskets, and muskets is 140. Like, Quarrel is a 160, and I think Thunder is a 140. Anyway, I think I'm just going to auto-resolve this. Thankfully, now if you hover over this, if any of the units start flashing, they die. So none of them are flashing, so we should just win. And there goes Ickit.
You're no use to me!
And another of the Skaven have fallen.
Lost glories reclaimed!
Sharpen those weapons even more.
Forekanad!
Okay, you force marching down to Oxhill as well. Oh, that's a lot of... Okay, I don't have access through it, so I thought I did. Sorry! Too bad. Because I have military access through all of the other ones. It's just him. I don't. Oh, you know what? I can probably just jump. I don't need to worry about bridges and things. Just go underground. It's fine. When a Dowie is in need of a decent hammer or axe, the tool market is the place to find it.
Hammer and anvil.
And then the nice thing about this is it does not
On we go.
trespass. Alright, so we can get the heavy quernstones, which I think I'm going to do, then probably go for the Toolmakers Guild, just to increase their income some more. Although income from iron, gold and stone quarries is also nice. Because we do have quite a few mines. Quernstones. Let's do that. Okie dokie. Can I build anything? I can. Cavern of the Great Bat. So this is Chuckaball, where I can get dwarf ironbreakers and hammerers. Just checking I don't need a barracks or anything with them, but it doesn't say I do. So here I think legit we probably want the trading depot just so we make the money. This also increases... No, it doesn't. These are not the roads. This is not the Empire! I was going to say we get the extra movement speed buff, but actually that's not true. Oh! We're grumbling. Why? What happened? Or am I just misreading it? No, their severity's gone up to 9. It was 6. Ooh. Yeah, I was down to 38 or something. That's just jumped a lot. Interesting.
Rune Ricky.
Oaths increase over time, yeah, but I didn't realise it was going to be the Forge Oaths. Interesting, okay. Well, in that case, I might need to start breaking some agreements with people. If they're not going to make an alliance with me, I need their artifacts. And right now, they're just sitting on them.
Defender of truth would be unwise to waste my time.
And Teclis is the one that's done the least for us. Although he's also the one that makes us the most money. Actually, that's not true. Sotek does. And at the moment, money not as big an issue as it once was. Although, admittedly, that income is about to absolutely plummet. Oh, can I build Thanes yet? Not there. Not there. Here I can. Oh, and runesmiths. Hello. Alright, what Thanes are available? Ooh, Perceptive. Leadership? Nah. Vilea, it's the ward save. I mean, what I'd really like is Grimnir's ancestral blood in the Thane. Although I would take Perceptive, I will admit. Well, would I? Thanes are kind of meant to be there to fight. These are really poor Thane choices. And I'm now beginning to understand that there might be a good point for a fleet-footed runesmith. Because runesmiths do need to move around a lot, so they're in range to use their runes. Especially, like in my main army, where he chases after the Slayers. So I'm kind of tempted to get a fleet-footed Slayer chaser. Runesmith.
You summoned me.
True heroes are irreplaceable and perilously few in number. With such an individual offers their aid, it would be good to make use of it. It would be wise to make use of it. So I'm actually kind of thinking that Imaginary Exponent should probably go into the second army. Although both armies can make use of Slayers.
Master Rune Lord. Lord of Clan Morgrim.
You start as a level 6, heck yeah. Scouting, scouting. Rune of Speed. And Rune of Oath and Steel. And Wrath and Ruin. Alright, you need a name. And your name shall henceforth be Lewis Jack. Arkazandran Carlson. I'm going to keep that just because that is really difficult to say quickly. Alright, done. Hey, that's me. It is indeed.
Domgrong.
So do I want to put the fast guy in this army? No, because ultimately Thorek's army is going to be tough units and ranged, because this is what you do best. So I think that the fast guy is going to be in the other army, and then we can use the Slayers in Swift Train's force. Especially as you already have the Slayer Ward. I mean, both of you do, to be fair. Alright, that makes sense. Stay on your island, elf.
What do you require of Karakazul?
What's that? You need to save the world from chaos taking over the vortex? Oh, back in my day, demons were thrice as big, and we had to fight them waist deep in the snow. Okay, they disappeared. So I probably do need to go after you just to keep you away from my shores.
Dwarves never tire.
You can
I suppose so.
normal walk over to here.
Armed and ready.
Newbie can join you.
It is time.
Successfully carry out a hero action. Oh, I didn't even realise I had that. Okay. And now we just need to embed a Thane into his army.
What?
Which Which means I need a decent Thane. Aha! Grimnir! That's what I was after.
Tis time. What's your orders?
Indeed time. And your name is going to be... Valiant Doll. Valiant Doll Daminson. And you're going to get... Blade Master. You're just going to be all out fightiness. And then you can have some stuff too. Silver Horn of Vengeance. You are not going to be very fast. You know what? The Horn of Vengeance?
Yes.
Should go on you. Because then you can give the charge buff to the Slayers that you're accompanying. You are definitely going for the flaming attacks. You are going to go for the melee defense. You're going to... take the charge bonus and the unbreakable. Siege holdout reduction. Oh man, those stack. Oh, Thoric's going to be a monster at sieging.
We'll get there.
And then you can start actually drilling. So we now have access to Longbeards. So we don't necessarily need to take Dwarf Warriors anymore. And they only take a turn to recruit because we got the junction next door. Four of those, three of those. Alright, Oxhill. When can you upgrade? Oh, not for a little while yet. I mean, the growth here is crazy good. But it is going to be a little time before our armies are ready to go. But I think
what brings you to the halls of my ancestors?
Attack Alliance? Yes. Done. Agreed. Because now we have the defensive alliance, that's just going to make our relations just go up and up and up and up and up. And then eventually that can be a full alliance. And once we have a full alliance, it's fine. We'll get all the artifacts in their territory. So as long as I get the alliances, I don't care. I don't need to conquer you. And I'm actually fairly confident that I can. The only one I'm unsure about is it's we'll just keep on trying. Is there anything you don't like? Oh, you like the fact that we have the treaties with Sotek. Yeah, that's just going to keep on ticking up. And Sotek is the strongest of the lot. They're actually 6th overall. You know what? Done. Okay. We're at war with Teclis. Works for me, because that means I didn't have to declare war on him. Which means I didn't break the alliance. Well, no, we didn't have an alliance. Haha. That should have given me some artifacts. No? Really? Huh. Oh, did I lose reliability for that? Oh. Well, actually, all of the lizardmen don't care. They're just like, you're at war with Teclis. It's fine.
My anger burns bright. March!
Save!
By the king's command.
Ah, and you can reach that army. Boom!
Shield wall. Hammer and anvil.
No, no, no! Those blasted hovels just won't do. I read that one already. The rangers are hot on the monster's trail. Driving through the trees before them is a truly ancient lizard of gargantuan proportions. The beast's inflated bladder will no doubt make fine bellows, and any runes quenched in its antediluvian blood will add metal to the iron of Cladbrakak. Though the threat of the creature poses is great indeed, fortune smiles on the expedition. A group of slayers hunt nearby and regular contact with the main army. Should Thorak rally them to his cause, the chase can well and truly begin. Have any 2 units in his army. We've already done that. Win the following battle with Thorak Ironblow's army. Okay, so we just have the battle. And then Brakak is ours. Which gives him frenzy. And we also just made a colossal amount of money.
Lord of Clan Morgrim.
You can build one more thing. You know what, let's get a 4th Quarreler. Yeah, the only thing that your army is going to be lacking is artillery. At least until we're able to upgrade Oxel to a level 4. And at that point we're going to get the artillery buildings pronto.
Can I help you?
Oh, that's true, yeah, we do have the Goblobbers. Might as well. And then I'm also going to take a look at the unit banners because I believe we can make those things explode. Or we can make it invisible. Now, Goblobber already causes fear, right?
Vengeful Rune Lord.
Particularly stupid and otherwise useless goblin prisoner is tied to a boulder and then fired, screaming all the way until he smashes the target. Those hit by the projectile receive a leadership penalty. So I wonder if we can increase the power of that leadership penalty. Because one of the things we've got is adds explosive damage that reduces enemy leadership. I suspect probably. So let's add a Rune of Burning to that catapult. Right, and we need to take a look at the character runes to see if there are any others that we want. Like the extra armor piercing damage or the extra regular damage or speed. Master Rune of Passage for the other runesmith might actually be really good. Because he's the one that's going to be chasing after the Slayers. %20 extra weapon strength does sound really good for the Thane. I mean, his job is basically going to be a hero killer, because I don't have any hero killers. So taking that 20% weapon strength I think is kind of critical. How am I playing the new Legendary Lord? Because I am a partner with Creative Assembly, and they give us early access to these things. Which is awfully generous of them. Alright. We've got all of those made, we've got the Rune of Passage, and we've got the Rune of the Damage Dude. You're not the Damage Dude, you're the Damage Dude. So let's give you plus 20% extra damage. Okay. And then let's give you the explosive damage, which can then be given to that guy when we're actually in battle. And otherwise we have the Strider and the flaming attacks, which can basically be given to you. So Strider means that you are going to be truly fast for a dwarf. And will also increase your damage dealt. We'll need to have something which increases your survivability. At the moment, Thorak's got the ward save, so I think I'm going to steal that from Thorak. Because Thorak is already ridiculously tough. We could increase his damage. What other buffs are there? We could increase his hit points. What other character runes can we add? We were going to double down with the Rune of Spite. That's what we were going to do. So he's now going to do double damage around him while he's failing to die. Yeah, that does indeed add a second Rune of Spite. Okay.
Lord of Clan Morgrim.
Oops, didn't mean that. Yeah.
I'm listening.
How long until you level up? Oh, a long time. I mean, what I could do is get rid of the barracks here and then build the drinking hall there. It's going to be a little bit risky, so I'm going to stop taxing the province for a little while. Just so I can make sure I keep the public order situations under control. Actually, I'm going to stop charging you guys taxes, so that you can get your public order under control as well. Yours is negative because you don't have a tavern. That is a bit annoying, especially because you're my main income. Oh no, your second main income. Of course, the gold mine. That's my main one. Three hours in, how did the dwarf changes feel? 7 hours in, how did the dwarf changes feel? I was streaming this yesterday as well. I like them. The runesmith changes are really good. Like, it adds a huge amount of flavour to how the dwarves play. Probably could do with a little bit of a tweak, a rebalance. But then again, I was kind of concentrating all of them on one character. Now I'm getting multiple armies. I'm having to spread them a bit. Ooh, income from gem cutters. Public order and untainted. Oh, right, the Teller of Tales. I think that's because we're in a place with a pub.
Aye up.
Swift Train. Route Marcher. Alright.
Ways are best.
So you are now here. And you're going to need to spend a turn or two recruiting
Rune Lord of Garruk Azul.
Longbeards. Now this is one of the areas where I prefer SFO, where you're limited in the number of Longbeards you can actually have. So you can't just replace the Dwarf Warriors wholesale, as I'm currently doing, because there's no reason to keep Dwarf Warriors around. If you can get Longbeards, they're just better in every way. So your army can now basically go ahead and move. Oh, we have access to the Dragonback Slayers now, which, if memory serves, are really good. Well, I want you to head over to the Teclis front, mostly just to hold on to this territory, so we don't run into problems.
Vengeful Rune Lord.
Okay, that's it, so which we don't have access through. I mean, so long as you get close enough that we can just jump, it's fine. Yeah, hopefully that just gets restored over time. Okay, onwards. Do you still get tons of followers that give tiny boosts to one specific income source, but only as long as you stand in the relevant region, not even a province? Yeah. Which is why I've been kind of ignoring those. Public order! Heck yeah! Bribe the gods! Hasn't gone wrong for us yet. Okay, so... I think we're just going to get 2 more Longbeards. And then that's going to be our front line. I should probably give the Slayers to the other army.
Iron will.
I think I will. And then we'll make use of the ogres as my main chasing down damage dealers, because they're just faster and they're armoured, so they make better use out of the bonuses that Thorak gives, whereas Slayers don't. So you're going to grab those three.
Get out of here.
Especially because you've got Lewis Jack, who is our ridiculously fast 47 movement speed runesmith.
Nothing to do here.
Oh no,
Let's
no,
go.
no, stop. Ah, come back. I know you're fast, you don't need to prove it to me.
Agreed. I've cast the runes.
And then that means that we have more space to recruit even more Longbeards. I think I'm going to get one more Quarreler. We're going to have 4 Quarreler units. There we go. Keep the Slayers for the quest battle? No, because we've already completed the mission that required them. What enemies can... Oh, they're just Empire. Oh no, we definitely want Longbeards for this. There's no large units. Wait. Jorak? Hold on. This is against Marcus. It's going after Jorak. You know, Jorak's the Marcus's dwarf hero. Jorak Grimm, that's the guy. Huh. Oh, that's a nice little connection right there. I like that. Poor Jorak. Jorak was awesome. Hey, I'm no rat man, just a dwarf with very fast legs and iron lungs. Well, you know what they say. Dwarves are sprinters. And Lewis Jack is definitely a sprinter. Dwarf grinding stones are always perfectly round and decorated with geometric scrolls and runes, usually of a layer's making. Alright, so...
I do.
Swift Train's going to go to here. You're going to join him.
Me. An accord bound by runic law.
And then you are going to run as close to the mountains as you can possibly get. It's probably about there. And you are virtually at full strength at this point. It's just too bad that we have no artillery available yet. 8 more turns, and then we would, but before then, Teclis must fall.
Rune Lord.
Gromril picks iron mines and gold mines. I mean, those are both things that we have. Siege holdout. Siege holdout hasn't been a problem. Gromril picks. Let's start upgrading our mining, seeing as there's a lot of that around. Oh, and in fact, once you've recruited that guy, let's go and just do the mission so you can get your special weapon. Fuming Serpent 100% wants to get the booze flowing, and then this means that you can get the Obsidian Quarry, which then means I can make the Star Metal weapon. It's only going to take a turn as well. Heck yeah. We have loads of Oath Gold, so we can definitely afford it. Samuel wants me to drink some tea. Hell's Fury, and Dominus, and Diabolic Dynamite. Thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. Yes, as the great Gimli said, I'm wasted on cross-country. We dwarves are natural sprinters, very dangerous over short distances. Exactly. I guess Thorak really doesn't like new inventions, which is hilarious since Lustria is basically where all the crazy Dowie inventors end up when they get exiled. Yep. Aha! Sharpen Weapons 3. Nice. Alright, Thorak. It's time. Thorak's expedition crashes eagerly through the jungle in pursuit of the monstrous creature they call the Big One. Their party finally closing in for the kill, yet as triumph beckons, something else stirs within the jungle. Even muffled by the trees, the echo of distant marching is unmistakable. And it grows ever louder with every step. Oh, it's a race! Thorax helping us. Okay, we probably did want the Slayers. Okay. That's not one of the Lizardmen new units, is it? No, I think they already had those. Right, well, Runes of Sanctuary. Ogres. They're going to go on the ogres. And on the Ironbreakers. And then we have another Rune of Stoicism. I mean, honestly, I should probably get rid of that Rune of Stoicism. It doesn't really fit this army, but it would fit the other one really well. And actually, likewise with the Runes of Sanctuary. Stroller's Rune is like the only one I should probably keep. Well, we'll give it to you for now, but I think these guys have expert charge defense anyway. They do. So that is literally wasted on us. Well, not for this battle, because it has the anti-large. Let's give it to, like, the center guy. Which would be you. Well, he's coming with a lot of spearmen, at least. That came with the Nakai Lord pack. Okay, good. $50,000 hit points. 120 armor. 60 melee attack, 40 melee defense, 750 damage. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna really regret not having the Slayers in this fight. It's too bad that... Oh, outcast and living in exile, Jorek Grimm has long resided in the jungles of Lostria, filling his workshop with a constant stream of new inventions and no regard for tradition. And now he aims to steal Thorax Quarry from out under him if the artifacts of the ancestors are finally to be reforged. This Middleton upstart must be dealt with, for it's time for the old ways to be proven superior once and for all. Missed opportunity though. This is Johann Langwill and not Marcus. Slayer would be messed up by it. You'd do better with Thunderers. Yeah, Thunderers would have been nice, yeah.
To arms, fellow Dowie! This insolent lout thinks to steal our quarry out from under us! Blinded by youth and ignorance, your worthless new technologies spit in the face of the ancestors, Yorick! Clearly the trouser legs ritual you suffered all those years ago did not put you in your place. Now I must be the one to do so. The beast is ours. No man, creature, or Dowie will stand in our way. To glory, Haskals. Let's claim one more victory for the old ways.
That is a very big boy. Blimey. Put that Wazuk Jorek in his place. Bring down the big one. Thoric must survive. Wait, why are those blue? It looks like a three-way battle, doesn't it? So I guess we caught the big one while he was... And he is a big boy. That is a big, big, big boy. While he was out hunting or something. With these guys. And then we have Yorick, who is actually hostile to us. So I guess we have to put him down first. I don't get the opportunity to actually set my army up, which is interesting. Actually, you're right where you are. The only thing is, I'm not going to use your ammo right now. And you're still only a level 1. You're not very tanky yet. This is something that Thorek's probably just going to have to just tank.
Casting the runes.
Let's make sure that Yorick doesn't...
The anvil's might.
Come here, you wretch!
By Valea's will! When do we eat? Grudge thrower! We'll got it! We'll got it! Yeah!
Actually, you're massively
Good
armor
plan.
piercing as well, so you don't shoot that. Save your ammo!
When do we eat?
Oh, there's more of them. Who's this? Who are you? Oh, you're the Slayers! Oh, you're the Slayers that were nearby. Okay. So, Harik Gunson. So we do have a couple. I don't understand why there are lizard men on our side here.
For the ancestors!
Maybe because they were fighting against
Quarrelers!
Thorek? Yeah, don't waste ammo in the spearmen.
Yes!
Shoot the great swords, that's fine.
Thorek Ironbrow!
It is a reckoning! God!
Yes! Stop!
We're breaking. We're in with slowness.
Obey me!
On him.
Quarrelers!
Alright, Quarrelers are moving forward, so that basically means that all of you lot need to move forwards as... Whoops, that's not what I wanted. There we go. You lot move forwards to like there, except for you lot who just keep biting.
Targets, Lord!
Because if I can get the Quarrelers into range with him, that would be optimal. Feral Carnosaur is just getting absolutely chewed apart. I mean, Carnosaurs are already usually quite big.
Ancestors! Craft! Ready axes!
Let's go, boys!
Thorek Ironbrow!
Alright, Thorek's almost ready for another cast.
Hell! Earth! Scoff!
And you're going to do Rune of Speed
Ruin!
on yourself.
Taking aim!
Alright, crossbows are now in range.
Bang the axe!
Yeah!
Long beards!
The exception of you and you. We're actually getting chewed up. Big time.
Gents begin!
Because those are great swords.
Quarrelers!
Man-eaters!
Alright, man-eaters are opening fire now.
Runes of spell-breaking!
Do we have anything that can weaken We got the Sundering, but that's it. Weak against armor. How much armor do you have? 120. I think I probably need to do something against them. Unfortunately, greatswords are also heavily armored because they're kitted out in dwarven plate. Because of course they are. I think we're going to do Oath and Steel here.
What?
So, oh, that's Johan. Where's Grimboy?
Iron breakers! Dwarves! Ready axes! Longbeards!
There he is.
Thoric Ironbrow!
Time for the 40% damage resist.
Move to attack!
A unit's been wiped out. Oh, one of the ogres.
Ogres! Oh yeah! Many a pistols!
I mean, the big guy is taking a lot of damage. He's down 25,000 hit points so far and counting.
Thoric Ironbrow!
And Thoric is tanking them like an absolute beast.
Don't wrong!
Because of course he is.
Strike the room! Oath and steel!
Whoops. Double down the attack buffs, please. It's going down actually really fast. Goes. On down. Whoa, jeez, Thoric. Back off. Time to drink that potion of toughness, methinks.
Hungry! Done! Longbeards! Moving out! Smiting upon them! Ready to strike!
Can't ever reach this. Boom.
Longbeards! Iron breakers!
Yeah, it was the Iron Breakers that really tanked the big guy. They were the ones that were there.
Kill them! Quarrelers! Attack! Me! We demand blood!
Oh man, I hadn't really noticed that before, but like a lot of heroes will shout their own name. It's just part of what they do.
Quarrelers!
Ogres go beyond that, just like me. Nobody beats the war bosses though. I'm the biggest, so I'm the boss.
Longbeards!
Yes, I know that's true.
Put those dwarfen legs! Quarrelers!
Stop running, you coward! Is he one of ours? Oh, we are at war with the... No, wait, they're not blues. What are the blues? Oh, we are at war with the blue lizard men. Some of them. We're not at war with those. We are at war with that one, though.
Bring the axe! Bring the axe! For the Karazhan-Khor! And find a meal!
Alright, time to take Jorik down. Though the sword is sitting there in 128 armor.
Drive on the move! Ready to strike!
You. Who's that? You back off. You've done your bit.
Plow through! Move now! Vengeance! That'll do! Thoric Ironbrow!
What are you doing way back there?
Kill them!
Where's Thoric gone? Not Thoric, Jorek! Because that's not going to get confusing.
Thunder in form! Nothing can stop us! We are relentless! Thoric Ironbrow! Wrath and ruin!
Come back here!
Querulous!
I'm not done killing you yet.
Move now! I'll find a meal! Longbeards! Ogres attack! Annette! No! It is a reckoning! The runes flow!
Alright, we won. They're running.
Querulous!
And there it is, there's the victory.
Aye! The ancestors watch!
Whew. Close victory. Yeah, I lost one unit of ogres. I think they just spent, they spent the entire battle chasing after Pistoliers, and the Pistoliers just gunned them down. 2 kills. The Empire General and the big one. Still counts as 2. Look at the damage done. How can you see that? Is that on the next screen? I know that's a thing in Three Kingdoms. I don't know if it's a thing in Warhammer. I also need to see the damage done by the big guy. He actually only killed 35. Mouse over on the next screen. Okay. Let's see the big guy. Damage dealt 15,000. Damage dealt 11,000. So yeah, they were the real reason that the big guy went down. They took out a full 1/5 of his health. 22,000 on Jorek. 4, 5, 7, 2, 6. Wow, I did not realise that Thoric was doing so much. The Quarrelers did a lot. That one especially, 18,000. 11,000 on the unit of Giant Slayers. 13,000, 10,000. Certainly no pushovers. And the guys that were on our side... Yeah, so Tlaxbok was on our side for some reason. Right, Pistoliers, 6,000, 9,000, 7,000. I'll bet it was those that killed the ogres. Actually, maybe if the Huntsmen are shooting them. Of course, Huntsmen are good anti-large and ogres are large. 75 damage done. 10,000 the catapult. Multiplayer really wanted it for obvious reasons. Yeah, I did not realise that existed, so that is cool. And this is in the middle of my territory, so absolutely I'm taking that. Well, let's get drunk. And there we go. Clad Brakrak is ours. The runic energy within Thoric's mighty hammer builds and crackles, erupting in an earth-shattering thunderbolt. So he now frenzies, he does sundering, and he has Clad Brakrak, which is a bombardment. Good against artillery. Cool. Okay, so the runes of Sanctuary. I think I do want to give those to the other army. And also one of the runes of Stoicism, because I don't need it. Strollers I'm keeping. Slayer Ward I don't need anymore. So this has hugely freed up what this guy can do. Just need to find some other runes to give him. And then in turn, those are all going to go to you, so you're about to get busy. Oh geez, you already got loads. Slayer Ward you definitely want to keep. Rune of Burning you definitely want to keep. Teller of Tales and the Choir Master. You can keep for now. Sanctuary. Sanctuary. Sanctuary, and you need to get rid of one more thing. Sapper. You're not the Sieger. Thorak is. Stoicism. Sanctuary, 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 Stoicism is what I'm thinking.
Glory for Karak Azul!
And that means that you can have the Sapper instead, which you apparently can't use. Oh yes you can, there he is. And you can also have another Rune of Burning if we get another artillery piece. Take the income from trade too, why not? Oh, and you leveled up too. Cool! I think I'm going to take level 2 Wallmaster. And then Valiant Dahl leveled up, you're going to get some armor. Because you need that quite badly. And, if memory serves, we now have access to Obsidian, which means we can make the Starbreaker. Heroic Killing Blow. 50% more base weapon damage and 50% more armor piercing. Ooh. Valiant's gonna have fun with that. Your damage output is gonna be ridiculous. Oh, you can have the local income stuff. Oh, and we can put the Choir Master on Imaginary Exponent. You've already got them. In that case, I can double down. Sweet. So we just gained 2 legendary weapons that turn. That was a good turn. That was a very good turn. Can you jump over here yet? No. Too bad.
Iron-willed. God. Thorak Ironbrow.
And you're in the right region to recover, so we'll just get into a town so you can get the full replenishment. And then we'll need to hire something else. And actually more and more Slayers becoming available because our people are grumbling. I mean, eventually this army will want a Master Engineer. How far are we from leveling up? Come on. 6 more! Oh, so slow. Headhunter's Jungle. Definitely going to upgrade the Altar of the Horned Rat so you can get the Untainted reduction. You can upgrade the Obsidian. And you can upgrade to a level 3. Perfect. And all of my settlements are finally improving public order. Oh, I feel like we've turned a corner. Oh yeah. No, we've already put the Ruin for Catapults on the backup army, I think, didn't we?
Rune Ricky.
Yeah, Rune of Burning. We just need to actually apply it. So it needs to get into a fight. I really wish you could assign banners to units before a battle.
What brings you to my mighty forge?
Hey, Valiant. Join the war against the drowning. No, soz. I'm already at war with Teclis. Oh, and hey, Valiant. Look who it is. That's you. Can I make any better armor yet? Now that I have access to obsidian. The Gatekeeper's Helm, which does give us a huge amount of armor. Magic and missile resist. Need wine to get the star metal plate. Oh man, Alaric's armor. Huge ward save. That's really strong. Needs furs though. Talismans. Yes, we can get the Gatekeeper's Rat Catcher. Weapon strength against Skaven. Prospector's Charge enables magical attacks. That would actually be pretty good on Valiant. More damage output. Bonus versus large melee attack. Speed Fizz Res for 33 seconds if things go horribly wrong. I mean, the Trollslayer gauntlets would also be a nice one to have, just as a backup. This ability to just make your own stuff is so helpful. Okay, so armor we never did make. Talisman, you're going to get the Prospector's Charge. So you now do discouraged attacks, flaming attacks, and also magical attacks. And then do I want the melee attack, bonus versus large, or the potion of foolhardiness? I have a feeling that your leadership is going to be so ridiculous, the potion of foolhardiness isn't that useful for you. So the only thing you need now is armor. And I feel like we have so many characters that need armor, I'm just going to make some and then we can just replace it with something better later. I mean, it's basically going to have to be the Gatekeeper's Helm. Yeah, otherwise it's Ironbeard's armor. Gatekeeper's Helm is just better. So we may as well do that. I can't because we don't have the Oath Gold. Okay, next turn we will though. We're gaining 16 a turn. Woof! No wonder I can afford so much gear. Plus the fact I just haven't built anything for a long time. You want to stick around here for another turn.
Lord of Clan Morgrim.
You don't. You want to bounce over to Chickball.
I'm leaving.
And Teclis is now stuck on just his little islands over here, which unfortunately are not suitable climate for us. They are actually the absolute worst. Which is a bit unfortunate. Oh, of course, Teclis doesn't have like a special area. That was one of the problems we had in the Teclis campaign. So I feel like I'm just going to burn this down. The only reason I wouldn't is if it's an elven port. It is an elven colony. Which is what you are. And the elven colony stuff is pretty nice because it increases the income from ports everywhere. So I might keep it just for that bonus and just not invest very heavily in it. I don't get it. It's impossible to make beer in elven lands or something. I mean, what are the penalties here? Minus 30 public... minus 3 public order. Minus 30 would be a whole other matter. Casualty replenishment is terrible. Build time is massively increased. We're definitely not doing any recruitment. We're definitely not doing income. And then construction cost is increased by 50%, which is a pain. But also, I'm rich. So that does matter a little bit less. Yeah, there's nothing yet that I want to recruit particularly. That is true, he is under siege. The Sentinels of Zeti might already be finishing him off. Rite of Awakening is done. They just got themselves a Slann Mage Priest, and now I can make the Gatekeeper armor room. Now those blue ones, are those a one-off? Or can I just keep on making them? I can indeed just keep on making them. The legendaries are a one-off, but the blue ones, the epics, aren't. Common, uncommon, epic, legendary, I think that's how they work. The Gatekeepers are rightly seen as living bastions. Those that wear this helm are talismans of sanctuary. Well, that's going to go to Valiant. You're getting some really pimped out equipment for a level 3 character. And considering you are only a level 3 character, 71 melee attack and 67 melee defense is crazy good. No, you're not just rich, you are very rich. Yeah, that's true. And do I have military access through the Cult of Sotek? Yeah. Ah, we've now met Slack's clan and the Defenders of the Great Plan. You don't want anything to do with me. You might. Oh, Teclis is up here as well. Okay, so Teclis, taking Teclis out is actually going to be a bit harder, although there is a gem mine here with the spur gear, which we need for our Gears of War. You know what, I think I'm done making agreements with people. Although, actually making more agreements with the Lizardmen is likely to make the other Lizardmen really like us. Which makes getting agreements with them easier once my reliability recovers. Does Thoric get any rune golems? No. The thing that he gets is the Artifact Forge, which are these items, and they are incredibly powerful. Because they are for every army. Or at least these ones apply, like they're faction-wide. These ones might still be runes in the ordinary sense of the word. Only playing Dorfromantic at the moment is addictive. It's a really good game. I do enjoy Dorfromantic.
Can I help you?
So it seems like you're doing the right thing, you know, being a dwarf and playing Dorfromantic. I mean, they sound like the same word, right? I think I am going to go after Teclis, so we're going to jump over to there. And I think it's time for Thorek. You know, I could send Thorek north, oh, that's a long way away.
Grindarak. Dwarves never tire.
But then if anyone's going to make that distance is Thorek, because he is pretty fast for a dwarf. I mean, he's not on the same level as Lewis Jack, because of course he isn't. Volcanic Islands, we can make ourselves some more obsidian, which we can then sell. Speaking of which, how are we actually doing for trade of items? Are we out of anything? No, we're exporting 100% of everything, so we have more capacity to sell. Sell, sell, sell! We are making a lot of money from trade. Part of the reason we have as big a surplus as we do right now is because of trade. And it is unfortunately on that note that I'm going to have to say thank you very much for watching. I do hope you are enjoying this. If you are, be sure to hit the follow button so you get notifications when I'm live again in the future. But don't worry, that's only going to be an hour from now. So at 10 PM this evening, we will be continuing with Thorek's journey to create all of the artifacts and generally bring more dwarven awesomeness to the realms at large. We are starting to get to the stage where we can actually start recruiting more of the Dwarven toys. We've already got Longbeards. We've got Thorek's crazy rune spells, rune magic. And things are going pretty well. I think we're fairly well entrenched where we are. We got our ally to the south. Teclis is about to die. And we're about to create yet another enclave here in the north. And in fact, there are some Dark Elves over here that we can go after too, because they also have some of the artifacts that we so desperately need. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, then you should definitely hit that follow button to get notifications when I'm live again in the future. If you've really enjoyed this, then please do consider subscribing. It helps the channel out, lets me do more of this kind of content. You can, of course, check out the Patreon, which I've got at patreon.com/MordredViking. I do have a YouTube channel where I will upload this series probably in the next day or two. You can find that at youtube.com/MordredViking. And then I have a Discord, which is where the community hangs out. They are a cool bunch, and it's always a pleasure seeing some new faces over there. So come, join us, say hello. You'll be more than welcome. I am going to go and see who else is streaming Warhammer to see if there is anybody else with access to this new stuff. Doesn't look like it though. I think I am the only one playing the new bits. So you'll have to join me again in an hour if you would like to see some more of the Dwarven rework. In the meantime, I think we'll go and raid Fodzy again. Fodzy is currently playing some more Azhag the Fluffy Bunny, because he can't say Slaughter on Twitch. So yeah, and he's a cool streamer. I enjoy his stuff. Super chilled. Probably one of the most laid-back people. He's on like Shenria levels of laid-back. So head on over there. I'd love to see his chat. Absolutely lit up by the Viking raid, which you can do like so. Or if you're a subscriber, you can bring along the Longships with that one instead. Brother Kai, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Good to have you joining us. Anyway, that's it for me for now. I'll see you 1 hour from now, 10 PM, for some more Dwarven madness. Until then, thanks for watching. I'll see you all again soon.